We need all that. All right, let's get to it.
Yo, what up?
What's the word, man?
What's up, man?
Not much, not much. Just watching Pop the Balloon. It's one of those days. All right, cool. We got yeah, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. All right, let's run it. So, how's the week been?
Just another week, man. Trying to stay cool, honestly.
Nah,
Hot
I
outside.
talked to my mama earlier, bro. She like it's hot as hell in Dallas, and luckily I've been inside in H.
Yeah.
What about you, Jamal? What you been up to, man?
Man, I ain't been up too much. Just living.
Yeah, taking it one day at a time. We get
Just living, man. Working like a slave.
yeah, you slaving for real. You got about 4 of them, right?
Hey, shout out to Juneteenth tomorrow, man.
Federal holiday. Make sure y'all celebrate. Get you some wings.
One
get
of
you
my
some-
jobs still got me working tomorrow.
Now they some hoes,
Yeah.
and it's a federal holiday. That be the
Hey, come on now. Let's
Yeah.
talk about it.
Right. They used to skate by because, it used to just be state.
Uh,
So they could skate by, but
I
now,
mean,
man.
they tried to get it right a little bit.
yeah, they tried.
Hey man, it's always like
I
that.
really don't like that they made it a federal holiday.
I don't either.
Because
Why not?
it's a
That's-
Texas
It-
thing.
it's a Texas thing, right?
And then somehow now you're allowing others to enjoy the benefits from
Yeah.
this. I feel like
mean-
we've been celebrating this in Texas.
Right.
At least
Whole
I
life.
did
Yeah.
my whole life.
Yeah, same here.
And so I come to Houston, wasn't really a holiday yet. But even people in Houston, I don't know, the education different here, but like it seems like a lot of people still weren't in the know of what it was, and it happened down
Yeah.
the road, literally 45
Yeah.
minutes down the
Yeah.
road.
Yeah,
I'm like, bro, that's kind of crazy that y'all don't know what Juneteenth is, but
I mean, that's real.
the awareness is there now, sort of.
what I don't like about it being a federal holiday is it kind of, so many times I've seen posts like from companies and stuff saying, oh, this is the freedom of black slaves. Yes, but no. And I think
Exactly.
the Texas piece is important there.
Very.
That's why it's a holiday. So
Everyone else was already free.
Exactly. So I think that people,
That's-
if you're
that's
going
crazy.
to celebrate, especially if you're outside the state of Texas, you have to point that no, not only were the slaves free, but this is specific to Texas because
Yes.
2 years had passed and these people just did not know. You know what I'm saying?
They did not
So-
know, and the people were not willing to tell them.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
So this is what makes it a holiday. Growing up in a small East Texas town myself, where
Yeah.
it was majorly celebrated. There's a parade every year. It always
Yeah.
has been. There's a Juneteenth pageant that happens usually the weekend before. They had it this past weekend.
Yeah.
And that's just been something that we've always done. So like Jamal said, so coming to Houston, even though there's obviously people who are in the know, but you would think
Right.
by Houston being so close to Galveston,
Yeah.
that it would have been way more celebrated over the years. But it's not, and so hopefully it's getting there though. Hopefully it's getting there.
Yeah, I think it's getting there. I think there's a parade tomorrow,
Mhm.
so that's new.
yeah.
I don't
One of the
remember-
homies definitely going to
I don't
that.
remember them ever doing that. So
Mhm.
now it's a parade. I do think Galveston probably got a festival or something. It'd probably
Yeah.
be good to get down there. It's only a
Yeah.
45-minute ride, and
think-
so yeah, I think that awareness of Texas slaves being freed,
Yeah.
and not really freed. I'm sure they were indentured servants right after that, but
Yeah.
sharecropper
you know,
and stuff like that.
kind of
yeah.
got freed later. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? At least somebody was on the boat and said, "Hey, y'all know what are y'all doing?
Right.
Hey, y'all know y'all free, right? What?"
That's
Probably
really
was a-
wild.
probably
Like to
was
think
a-
about that in the concept, like it's really a wild
Like
situation.
you've been free for 2 years.
because the owners knew. Like, you know what
No,
I'm
yeah,
saying?
they knew.
Like
Nah,
they
yeah,
knew.
it's
And they
definitely
said,
messed up.
"Sure, we can get away with this for 2 more years.
Exactly.
Let's
Like,
do
ain't
it."
nobody gonna come down here and enforce it on us. So
Like, who
you
gonna
know.
who gonna
Yeah,
check it?
it'd be
Right.
it'd be another Civil War. They try to do that. So,
Right.
Yeah, I mean we loaded up, man. It's,
yeah.
Thousand Four is definitely unfortunate. I think damn man, my phone started ringing off the hook. I guess yeah, my Memphis Connect, man. He always got something to say.
Man.
This dude love chatting. I told we call him later. But man, let's jump into a topic. Y'all could pick which one. There's a few things. I guess we could start. I was at the gym today. I ain't gonna lie. Somebody said I got shit to say today.
All right, you say you was at the gym. What
I
happened?
was at the gym, man. I was on my R. Kelly playlist. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, and I was. I
You
ain't gonna
work
lie,
out
bro.
to that?
Yeah.
That's kind of sick.
Nah, I mean, this
It's going through your brain, man.
hit maker. That's all I
Why
can
are
say,
you
bro.
telling the world this, P?
Because man, they try. Hey man, I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna just put it on the This Is R. Kelly playlist. We just gonna listen to
All
it. And I
right.
was I ain't gonna lie, man.
Got some jams, huh?
I ain't gonna lie, bro. A fool. I was thinking I'm the world's greatest, and it just went from there.
Man.
You know, he has great music.
He does.
He's been trying his hardest to get out of jail.
He
man.
has.
He do.
Have you been seeing all this stuff that's been happening?
It's been quite a few
specifically to him. Like,
I mean,
I'm like, damn. So they gave him the wrong doses. He almost overdosed today.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how does that happen.
It doesn't. He did that intentionally so he can get out.
He did it or they did it. I
think he did it. I think he's trying to get out. He was another story last week with something else. So like he trying to get out of there. Where like one of the people in the jail said they was told by the warden to kill him or something.
Hey,
and so that happened, right?
Hey,
and then
man.
you got this happening next week. That's coincidence.
So you think you're making it up?
Why would they be? What would it benefit them to kill him?
You know,
the warden. They get money for you being in there.
Right.
Free labor.
I just don't. I don't think they're trying to kill him. I think he's doing different things so he can get out. He wants to be out. I understand. I don't want to be in there for life either.
Hell no.
Right.
30 years, it's like, bro.
And I don't think he should be in there anymore. I think he served. How many years he been in there, bro?
It's
been about 3.
He served his time, man. Send him home.
It ain't been longer than that, man.
It has. It feel like it has been. It's been a long time.
The pandemic kind of throws time off for me.
We went a little.
Right. So I can't really gauge stuff these days. But
I feel like he did his time. I feel like that's the thing with American prison. It's not for rehabilitation.
It's not at all. It's not.
And I feel like, you know, you put somebody in there for this long, he's already accustomed to a certain lifestyle that's been gone.
Yeah,
right. So he had to go through withdrawals and he's been broken already.
Mm-hmm.
It's time to send him at home. And if he act up again, then send his ass back. I just feel like after you've been in there a while, it's time to go home.
Yeah. My going back to P listening to R. Kelly in the gym. It sucks, man, because he does have great music. Like we can't deny that.
And he wrote a lot of great music.
Right. He produced like so many great songs. And to see his legacy fall in the way that, because when we speak of the R&B greats, he should be there.
He's the greatest.
And to know that he's like, it's just crazy to me. And I personally, I don't listen to him. It sucks though, because I have like physical copies.
You banned Kells?
I did, man. I had to. And I'm gonna tell you why. So, but knowing that I actually have physical copies of this man's albums, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like I was a fan. You
Kim
know,
got the Chocolate Factory.
I do have Chocolate Factory,
Black
Black Panties, a few more. Like it's just great music.
All CDs too.
All CDs.
You got the one with I'm a Flirt?
Yes, I do actually.
Hey.
So, but because of the crimes that this man was accused of, and then when you look at the crimes. And then you listen to the music, it's like, oh, wait, there's too many crossovers here. Like, you know what I'm saying? So for that reason, that's my reasoning. Because, you know, in a lot of cases, I can separate the artist from their personal life. Like, I have no issue in doing that. But with him, though, his personal life is in his music deeply.
You feel like it's a spiritual connection there.
Yeah, like he's
crossing the line.
He's just saying too much stuff that's coincidental that lines up with the stuff that he was accused of. So but it sucks, man, because that man has a catalog. Like he has a catalog.
Hey, and I'm a hit maker.
I don't cut it off when it come on. But I don't just seek it out. Now I ain't gonna lie, I have found myself playing some of his music like on a Saturday or something. Just on one of my playlists.
Step in the Name of Love.
You know, the clubs around here the DJs have a really bad playing R. Kelly. You know, they'll mix it in the vibe. I ain't gonna lie, I do catch myself singing. I do. Like you can't help to. Like it's music I grew up on, but it hurts, man. It is good. It's good music. It's really good music.
I feel like it's good music.
But God,
I mean, we still listen to Chris Brown. He on tour right now.
And but with Chris, I'm able to separate. Like,
see, I treat it all the same, and I like Chris. So I mean, I don't listen to none of his newer music like that. But
bro, he got that one ballad they play all the time. The one they play now. I don't know the name of this.
No, he got one.
It's one of them wedding type songs.
He got a lot of songs. It's Chris Brown, bro. He's a hit maker too, but he's also a great performer, and so you know. He on tour right now.
He is.
Tour's doing well.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So yeah, TikTok's out, everything booming. So same with R. Kelly. I listen to R. Kelly still. I can't separate the two. I just don't. Because I don't this is gonna sound crazy, but the stuff that he was accused of, I don't know if I believe all of it, number one.
True.
But
I got
then
it.
the stuff that I already knew about was shit I already knew about.
Yeah, true.
So it was
Right.
like I had already accepted it then. And so, I mean, we've been knowing about it. Shit, my daughter named Aaliyah.
I wonder.
You know what I'm saying?
I wonder
So,
what like
That's real.
if he were to get out today. I wonder how would black media or the black consumer, how would they position him? Because
at
Is
the
he
top.
forgiven?
Yeah, I position him at the top.
in my opinion, I think there are celebrities who have done way more questionable things. Not in that regard of like sexual crimes to children or whatever like that, but just things that I think that they, for instance, last week BET Awards they honored Snoop Dogg, right?
Yep.
Okay.
We hold Snoop Dogg to such a high regard in the black community, but yet 6 months ago he was performing at 5 months ago he was performing at Trump's inauguration. Like,
Yeah.
you
Bro,
know,
you know what? I ain't gonna lie. I
Talk about it.
completely forgot about that.
I
yeah.
didn't.
So it's like, so how is it that we can? And that was recent.
That's worse in my opinion.
Right. In a time where like you just can't do that. We see what the results of this man being in office is. We're living it right now.
No king.
So how is it that we have a network like BET that not only honors this man in such a great way with this Lifetime Achievement Award, but y'all give him this whole set
gonna
on
lie,
stage.
that's
Y'all bring all these
because
people.
BET's not black owned. That's number one.
Well, right. But it's like, so how is it that we can do that to that person, but yet you have this one over here? And ideally, if someone has gone to jail, ideally they supposed to have been done their time to society. How do you welcome them back? Do you welcome them back? Because
I feel like you do.
many of the R&B artists who sit on these award shows and who has music, they owe a lot back to R. Kelly.
Yeah, certainly.
Because it's like if they wasn't working with him directly, somebody in their
Shit.
camp probably was. You know what I'm saying?
I saw Tank perform, and I'm like, dang, I know R. Kelly done wrote several of his songs.
Right.
Come on, bro.
You know, and vice versa.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, they all are flawed.
Yeah.
And I think that black people, unfortunately, we like to kick people when they down. So he gonna get kicked while he down. But I do think we got to forgive when people come out, right? Like when they go to jail, do their time, come out. It's all about rehabilitation. That's what it's supposed to be about. And I think when you keep that in mind, you got to forgive them when they come out.
I agree.
Right? It should all be forgiven, not forgotten, but forgiven until proven otherwise.
Right.
Right. So I'm forgiven. R. Kelly come home, I'm ready. I just want him to stop acting like, I feel like a lot of this is for it. I don't think nobody's trying to kill him. Me personally, but I'm desensitized to a lot of this stuff because we see so much.
Right.
We
So
see so
it's
much
hard to
bullshit.
believe anything these days. But
True.
I'm like, if somebody really is trying to kill him, then hopefully he survives. But I think it's just a ploy to get him out, which I'm okay with. Like, get him out. Like, I don't feel like he should be in there much longer. I feel like he served his time.
I feel like he did his time. Honestly,
He did his time, bro. He went broke already. Like, what more do you want the
Which
man
he
to do?
shouldn't be broke. You got 30 years of his.
Can't read.
But that's corporations.
Yeah.
Can't read and had nobody in his corner. Everybody was yes men. Everybody takers.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised.
People crazy.
Somebody like R. Kelly should have had, 50 houses.
500 million.
Man.
Real estate.
Right.
50 on a few streets in Chicago.
Especially for someone who was so famous for so long. Like when we speak about longevity
what we
of
talking about,
music
94,
careers,
90?
yeah, like it was early 90s. Like, for him to go, he had a smooth, easy 15-year run, and it probably would have been even longer had the allegations not came out because he was still pumping
you
out
mean had
albums.
the internet not happen? Well, had the documentary.
The documentary, yeah,
Lifetime.
yeah.
So we blame Lifetime, man.
So, and even more recently, like, I think when Ronald Osley's last album, R. Kelly was all on that album, man. Like you could hear it. You could obviously he wasn't singing, but it's like, man, these are Kel lyrics. Like
Put some money on his books,
right? So it's like
what you got for
and
me.
it makes you wonder, like, is he still that? How many artists is he still writing for?
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure they're still tapping him. You can't have someone that great of a musician, of a writer rather, and they just go because his brain still works. You know what I'm saying? So it makes you wonder whose payroll is he still on because somebody paying something.
Somebody should give him something.
Right. They have to be. He's too great at it. And
Renars are putting some on his books.
Right,
He said, Kel, I need this album.
there you go.
And he gave it to him. It was a good album, too.
So yeah, I heard ghostwriting for somebody, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's unfortunate. It's but
It is
I was
unfortunate, man.
Hey, I was on that playlist today. I ain't like I say, bangers. That's all I'm saying. Hey, bro, Listen to your world's greatest. Step in the name of love. Y'all want some positive R. Kelly
So
music?
he's working out to Step in the Name of Love.
You know, when you're on that treadmill, bro, you need something to pump you up. That I am a champion. Like that just,
Yeah,
like,
I'm
I
the
need to hear
greatest
that.
is definitely one of those songs that
Hey.
gets you right.
It make you just put your hands up. I'm that star up in the sky. It's just
You believe you can fly, P?
He in there about to cry. He like,
I was in there like, hey, hey, get the weight up. But yeah, like, nah, man. Shout out to R. Kelly. But speaking of BET Awards, I thought it was probably one of the best ones in a while. With the except, like, I totally forgot about the Snoop Dogg and Trump thing until you just said that.
Yeah,
it didn't even pop up in my head.
Snoop
when he was
Dogg,
performing.
Nelly.
Coon.
Hell, he was even on the stage. Nelly.
It was cooning for sure.
It was. It was.
They say we getting this check.
That's exactly what he said.
But what's crazy though is like, I don't know about Nelly, but Snoop don't need a check. Like,
Oh no, but I
But
feel
he
like
might.
Snoop just on some let me get every check type of mentality.
and that's crazy at his big age.
Yeah. But that's how.
He got a lot
But
of
that's
kids,
the
man.
thing, though. He might be in a bad deal that we ain't heard about.
I mean, but shit, wasn't it last year at the Olympics when he was getting paid like
Stupid
Facts,
money.
facts.
all that
With
money
Martha
a day?
Stewart,
Yeah,
eating
like,
caviar.
Hey, he
and,
was everywhere on NBC.
Everywhere.
I'm like, dang, Snoop
Spokesperson.
getting a check.
so it's
I
like,
thought that was cooning. I'm like, America don't even love you, bro, and they just parading you around this
I
month.
mean, everywhere,
Like-
literally every night that man
That's
had a mic in his
crazy.
hand. So it's like,
I say, bro, why is Snoop Dogg? I'm watching tennis. Why is Snoop talking? Like, I'm trying to watch the game.
Who
Like,
would've
I
thought?
enjoy tennis. Here goes Snoop Dogg. He giving his assessment.
yep,
I'm like, okay, like,
So-
and he's high, and he talking about being high.
right,
Like,
right.
I don't know. The people they choose to represent black people in these public spaces is
So you think like, okay, so if you doing the Olympics, who would you have done?
Barack.
Okay, I need to say that.
Okay, yeah, that would have been cool.
So you want to get somebody that actually like kind of represents
A positive,
yeah, okay.
positivity.
Okay.
A black man that does well, even though Snoop does well. It's not that he doesn't do well.
I don't know. He's very
Yeah.
like a very
Does-
likable figure. I mean,
yeah.
you got to remember, murder was the case. Snoop Dogg, like,
or even if they would have gotten like former Olympians, like something that made sense.
Yeah.
Snoop
Yeah.
being there just did like it was cool. Like, okay, cool, Snoop Dogg, he's
Yeah.
still out here working
They're
and stuff like that.
parading that as America.
But right, it didn't
Right.
really make sense, as to
Mhm.
why he was there. But he got a check for it. So that's what I'm saying. Like, we know Snoop is. I don't know how much he's worth, but he's worth a
he
lot
should
of
be up
money.
100.
And
More than that
so-
for sure.
If he not worth more than that, then he been getting small checks.
And so to see,
Like-
so I really don't think the Trump thing. I don't think it was a check issue. I think it was just him wanting to do it.
You talking about somebody that been
He was like,
around,
it's the president
you know,
didn't
a
ask me to do
15-year
something.
run. Two Snoop's had probably even longer run. You know what I'm saying?
Snoop
Like,
has had at least
bro, he's never stopped.
He's had like
His-
3 runs.
Snoop is estimated to be worth $160 million.
yeah, he's
That's-
okay.
He doesn't.
He
need a
should be
check.
worth more though. He's not doing a lot of investing.
Mhm.
Clearly,
I mean, hey,
Snoop should be worth about 7.
You gotta learn, bro.
Easy.
That all of that stuff comes with time. You know,
And
He been making too much money for too long.
with
bro.
the Olympics, he earned $500,000 a day.
Hey man,
Come on, man. Come on now.
hey man.
Crazy.
And they paid for room and board.
Right.
Bro should have been getting invested. He should be up more than 100 off of that alone. How many days is the Olympics? Because the Olympics is what, a good 2.5 weeks?
Yeah, something like that.
It
Like
was-
17
it
days,
was-
I think it is.
500 a day, bro. Come on, bro. Like psh,
It was definitely
500
more-
a day. That's stupid.
So he's
Like-
wrong for taking the bag.
No, I mean take that bag.
Right.
But that's crazy though. 500 a day is crazy. You can't turn that down.
You cannot. You
You
can't.
like
You absolutely
shit.
cannot. But you can definitely turn down.
The White House, while Trump is in there, is disrespectful.
Right. So, but going back to the BT Awards though, I
Yeah.
thought the show was good. It was long. It was very long to the point to where like I went to sleep. I cut the TV off. I was like, I can't do this anymore.
Damn.
But it was a good show up until the part that I stopped watching. And I didn't turn it off because I was bored. I turned it off because I was sleepy. And it's like
Yeah.
it was like 11:30 and it was still on. I'm like,
This
what the hell?
was the best BET Awards probably in the last 15 years.
yeah.
Maybe more. What year is it? Shit. I'm losing track of time. Probably since about 2010, maybe 2012. I don't know.
yeah, since Drake was popping
somewhere
out.
around there. Because when you think about this, they went back. They already seen like, okay, this newer music it's not resonating with our audience.
Mhm.
That's number one.
Trash.
And they numbers just are down.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I think TV is just down.
no, I think numbers for hip hop is down.
Mhm.
The quality has just weakened.
Yeah, it has.
And so
Agreed.
they're like, you know what? Let's go back to when people enjoyed music, to when music was fun,
Mhm.
when music made sense, when people could resonate with it. And so now they just went back to it. So it was very nostalgic, and they brought out all the acts that everybody liked.
Yeah.
They
Everybody
literally
did the
did.
song that everybody liked.
Mhm.
Except Bow Wow. I feel like he could have chose a different song. Songs.
Like You was a good song.
It was cool, but come on, bro. Bow Wow got too many hits
Yeah,
to be
true.
doing Like You up there. Especially when I'm hearing everybody else go crazy. I'm
Mhm.
like, dang, Maya up there. I'm like, okay, like they got people going crazy on stage. I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, I expected Bow Wow to do a different song. Still did great, but different song. But yeah, everybody did their thing. I'm glad all the acts they went and got. Yeah, it was a normal BET award. It felt like BET again.
It did.
Yeah.
It did.
Yeah.
It felt
And I
like
think
BET again.
something that you just said, that they got a lot of older acts because they were celebrating 25 years of the BET Awards.
Yeah.
But I think what we saw was our best performers on stage, and
Yeah.
they were all veterans. You know what I'm saying? There were
Yeah.
very few newer people who graced the stage, but for the most part, it was all veterans. And what they showed us is that this is what y'all should be aspiring to have.
Yeah.
To these newer artists, I'm saying. So, and they show why they had the careers they've had, because they're performers. Like, they get out there, they gave us great music, they gave us great stage presence. Like, it was a good show. It was a very good show. And oddly enough, I'm not the biggest Kevin Hart fan, but he did well. Like, you know,
He did better. He wasn't as corny.
Right, exactly. So,
Yeah.
it was good. I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually Kevin's is just too much to.
Right.
He make you want to cut the TV off.
To me, he doesn't really appeal to us, and by us I mean black people. Like, he's not really. Yeah, no.
Yeah,
But
no.
he was tolerable though that night. I wasn't
He
mad at him.
did better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I mean, definitely one of the better ones. Let me see. Yeah, honestly, because even if you watch you know how they got the people that perform outside,
Mm-hmm. The
a
pre-show.
lot of good people was there too.
Yeah,
Like I
yeah.
say, it was definitely like yeah, we got to get to BET ASAP. But
No, yeah. We going next year. So
I hope they're able to build on that momentum.
they should.
they
Because
should repeat.
I would not be mad at a repeat. You know,
Rinse and repeat.
because there's a whole nother crop of older celebrities who can come out and give just as equal as a show. So
it's really unlimited.
it really is. And so I hope BT take note. I haven't checked to see what their overall ratings came out to be. But I think I saw a lot of people on the timeline saying, "Oh, I didn't know it was on," because it was odd. It was on a Monday night versus a Sunday. I think that happened because the Tonys were the night before. And it was also earlier. Usually the BT Awards I thought was a little later in the month typically, but this
Yeah.
time it came a little early. But hopefully they can definitely build on the momentum, because it was a good
Yeah.
show. But award shows this year have been pretty good, because the Grammys a few months ago was really good.
Right.
I enjoyed it a lot. So
Yeah, I think anywhere where you got live performers, people, really good music. As long as the music is good, it's a lot you can do there. But I was pleasantly surprised. Like I said, even I mean, I'm trying to think who had the worst performance. I thought honestly, expected a little bit more from Leon Thomas. I didn't really like his performance too much.
Mhm.
But I don't know, but maybe it's because he was doing a guitar. I feel like anytime you start mixing in when you doing when you got to sing and kind of play at the same time, and
Yeah.
kind of
And the
and you
venue,
moving around.
the venue don't be ready for that sometimes.
yeah, it's
Right,
like
so-
something
right.
with the sun. I'm like, yo, this dude yeah, I just didn't like that. But I mean,
he on tour right now, so people loving him.
no, he jamming.
yeah.
That's the thing, and maybe like you say, maybe that's with the audio or the people that were doing that. Because I didn't, And then Snoop's, I thought his was cool, but I'm trying to think who's the best performer. Because I mean, even B2K got back together. They had
Yeah.
I was
really
surprised.
broke up again.
I was like, okay.
Right.
I said they back.
Hey man,
And I think then
Fizz and Omari on the same
I-
stage, man.
I saw
Real.
something saying that they're talking about a reunion tour for next year. We're gonna see, because we know B2K, they can't seem to get along for
Bro, I
5
feel like
minutes.
that's
so-
Tired of
easy
these
money doing
reunion
that,
tours.
bro.
It is easy money, but give it a rest and let it die a little bit and then
Yeah.
come back.
Yeah.
Make people want.
Should they go to
Right.
Vegas?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that would be
absolutely.
better for them.
Do
I think
a
so.
residency.
Go to Vegas, do a
Them and
residency.
get some other people.
But
of
will
that
Vegas
era.
pay for that? You see what I'm saying?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I
Like,
think they would.
if they mix in, I don't think just B2K by themselves, but if they mix
B2K
in,
Bow Wow.
yeah, right.
Or they could do a smaller venue, perhaps. And
Yeah, because
they
the
could do
venue Usher was in, I mean, it's not big. With maybe 300 people in there every night in Vegas. Like it wasn't
Had
like
to be
huge.
more than that because I couldn't get a ticket.
I couldn't get one
It's
either. I
just the hype.
tried.
Shoot, I was like, come on now.
The hype. That's
I
the
get a
thing though.
ticket?
Like the hype. But I mean, yeah, shout out to BET. Speaking of BET, man, you know, Tyler Perry made a statement there. He definitely said he's created more black millionaires. So how y'all feel about that statement? Is that accurate?
I don't have any proof of it.
Right. We don't really know for sure, but I mean, he did say he's created more black millionaires than any other studios in
He
LA.
for sure said it.
It would not be hard to believe, but at the same time, again, we don't have any tangible proof of that.
Yeah.
But what we can say is, you know, there's been a lot of interviews of people who have worked with Tyler Perry who have said that he does pay them well.
It's
Yeah.
been some mixed reviews.
You think so?
I mean, he's stopping back for Monique, apparently.
I mean,
so,
He definitely did that for sure.
so I mean, I
With
feel
the
like
exception of that.
I feel like he has helped a lot of black actors.
Yeah.
But I feel like he probably has hurt some too. And
Probably so.
I feel like it's probably a balance there. Has he made millionaires? Sure. He paid Taraji $500. He didn't pay her $1 million. Maybe on this newest
Does
one.
somebody only pay $500?
Maybe on this newest one she may have got $1 million.
Yeah.
But when she talked about
Years
him
ago.
and what he did, you know, $500,
But
and that was the most she ever made.
I was
then.
just going to say, at that point, she
Which
did say
was-
that was the most, which crazy when you think about it, right?
It is, but I think that's a good thing. I do think he's helping black actors and actresses, creators.
Yeah.
But I mean, I want to see him do more because Tyler Perry, we know how much money you got, bro. You
Right.
got a lot of money,
Mhm.
so
That's
it
real.
shouldn't be nothing for you to pay them how Tom Cruise getting paid over there.
Someone
Another Mission
Man.
Impossible just came out.
It did. Someone online was highlighted that, you know, they were making jokes about Tyler. They were saying, you know, of course he can pay the actors X, Y, and Z when he's skimming out on the writers and things like that. And my thing is, you know,
Bro, he
Tyler
the
Perry
boss. He can write his stuff, bro.
Talk about
Tyler
it.
Perry has been very vocal about his writer room, how it's non-existent. It's him, right? But I personally feel that that's his flaw because
We know that's a lie.
yes, but I think it's a big flaw because in the event that you are one of few that you allow to write for your shows and your movies, bro, you are leaving so much untapped potential out there, and it's for someone to be positioned in a position that you are. What does that mean for the people coming up behind you? Because you can literally put these people on.
He doesn't want to.
Exactly, and that's a problem for me, and I don't like that. And I know a lot of people give him grief for different reasons, but that's my flaw of him is that you have the potential to make new producers and new writers. There's so much untapped talent, and he's in Atlanta
Yeah, he
where
could
it's like
definitely-
the
He has
black
his own
Mecca.
studio.
Exactly.
but
Where
when
the
you the
loss
boss,
would be.
He
almost
should be
nothing.
producing more people.
He's
He
also
should.
Like-
signing people too, though. I think that's something people got to look at.
I feel like that's cool. I want to see you impact the black community more because there's a lot of black
Pete?
actors. There's a lot of black writers. There's a lot of black producers.
Hold on, Jay.
Or people, directors, people that want to do that,
Right.
and they don't. I mean, they ain't got no
You
channels.
saying he should write as much stuff as he doing, but he should also be.
I
putting
feel
on
like
everybody
you know
else.
how Issa Rae has
but-
done with her collective.
and all the shows ain't.
Don't get me wrong. That's fine. Everything not gonna be
But
a
I
hit.
honestly
Cancel.
don't. I don't think for Issa Rae though. I don't think it's a content issue. I think it's a network issue. For instance, she was with a lot of stuff was at HBO.
I mean, look at what
Well,
Tyler
HBO
Perry
pretty
doing with
much
the network. He
wiped
Amazon.
everything.
He
No,
Netflix.
that's possible. But what I'm saying is, and Pete know this. So with Issa, her whole crew, like they all was on YouTube doing their thing, and they gathered a lot of creators that way, and then they started pushing it, and that's how they all started going. You know, Insecure came, and then so on and so on. We should see that coming from Tyler Perry too,
I agree.
mean, but
to some extent.
yeah, he is signing people though.
That's cool.
He
Come
signing.
be a mule for me.
He signing people, but we got Dallas, Texas finest on the phone. You called in to share your opinion. What's going on, bro?
Yeah, man, what's going on, y'all? I hear y'all talking about Tyler Perry. I don't know if y'all heard, but he got some new allegations.
Yeah. Hey,
we was about to get to that, but
we was gonna
since
get
you
to
hopped
it.
on it,
Yeah, because
what's your thoughts on it?
yeah.
Keep it real, keep it raw, man.
I mean, obviously he being sued for a lot of money, so that kind of tell you kind of the direction of it.
260 million to be exact.
exactly.
Yeah, but it's not a good look. It's not a good look. You know, you got text messages being leaked, and
Yeah.
It's just not a good look, man.
So, like the messages though, they weren't that like
My boy was testing the waters, but he didn't go over the edge, but he tested them for sure.
so.
Well, what I read, I see
like,
it, Tyler.
You know, I think that the text message doesn't really describe sexual
I
harassment.
gotta see the whole thread.
Right. Like, what else does this man have on Tyler? You know,
Yeah.
because those messages, it's like, well, clearly he's interested, but like, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? They don't really say too much.
Well,
So
the crazy thing is, like, yeah, so that happened, right? But
Yeah.
right before that, the picture got leaked with him with old girl's ex
on the boat,
on the boat.
but
I
he's
didn't
on
see
one.
that
But he's on
picture.
one of his shows though, if I'm not mistaken.
He's on one of the shows,
Hey,
but
man,
they
if
were
you on a boat with
together.
Tyler,
They were together on the boat. That got leaked before this
I ain't never
suit
seen that.
came.
It was just a few days ago.
I
Yeah,
gotta try to put that on the screen.
And so yeah, that
Wait,
happened.
who was he on the boat with? Who was that guy?
Somebody's
One of
ex.
his
Tanaka,
actors.
he's like Tanaka or something like that. He
Yeah,
a
Tanaka.
choreographer.
Yeah, he's a choreographer.
He used to date Mariah Carey, right?
Yeah, he's Mariah Carey's ex.
Yeah, Mariah Carey.
Okay.
Somebody else he used to be connected
Yeah.
to.
And so yeah, he was on a boat with him.
He
You know,
was.
look on a little solo date. I mean, we
I
can't
mean,
confirm.
we see a
because-
picture, but I don't know if it's a date. But they
picture
don't-
What you mean a
the
solo
picture
date?
was
How you
zoomed
know it's a
in.
solo date?
Right, we don't know for sure. So you know how TMZ and stuff like that. They
Look,
kind of
they, you know, people was messy in the comments.
they were.
But I'm just saying that's the depiction that we got, right? It could have
Okay.
been more people on the boat.
It probably
For all
was.
we know, they could have just been having a quick little conversation.
Right.
Yeah.
But as all the rumors are out, the suit came right after that. And, you know, people already have questions around Tyler Perry because they've never seen his family with him. So, I mean, people got questions. So people got assumptions about his lifestyle and what he do behind closed doors. So I feel like the suit definitely don't look good.
I think Tyler Perry's a dude he do, bro. I don't.
I feel like people already feel that he's homosexual. And so with them feeling that way, that's
I don't think people care about that though.
I don't think people care either, but when you're hiding it, people
You
you
think
know,
they're curious about it? What you mean?
people just like to pry,
Right.
Okay.
Like I don't think people care about him being a homosexual either. I think, but when you are hiding or have this different persona, or when you tell people you're not,
I feel
and
like
they
he don't
like,
have no. I feel
But
like
I
Tyler
don't-
Perry's just doing him. He ain't even.
I don't think it's publicly like. I don't think he's publicly been asked about it.
Yeah, that's why. I'm
Like
I'm trying to
he had a
think. I don't think
girlfriend. He
he's done
popped
that.
out with a child, but it's like okay. And
Yeah.
people speculate online, but like
Yeah, online it's always been a thing.
people
Yeah.
always speculated. No, that's what I'm saying.
they
And
always
so-
say, you know, he cast a
he's
certain
never-
look of man in his movies and his shows and stuff like that. But it's like okay,
What, light
bro.
skin? Like what?
light skin abs, you know.
you like what he like. You know what I'm saying? And
Hey,
yeah,
bro,
that's
you the
crazy.
boss. You do what you want.
You know.
That's
but
crazy.
Yeah,
we'll see how the allegations.
I
turn
don't
out.
think it's a big deal either that he could be homosexual. You know? what
Yeah,
I'm
it's
saying?
not.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it's not a big deal at all. I mean, people would probably be like, "Oh, we already knew." So,
Right.
so what?
What's the surprise?
You know, but
exactly.
But yeah, the text messages from this case and this
Text
guy,
message was funny as hell.
the
I ain't
guy
gonna
that's
lie.
claiming sexual harassment and other wrongdoings. I feel like just hearing the story. I mean, it's hard to like cast judgment on the guy because people do it with the women also, right?
Right,
They say the
right.
same stuff they saying. They like, "Oh, you a dude, bro? What you mean you went back? Like you
Right.
did this, you did that." And I mean, the story did sound a little crazy because I'm like, if somebody's making these unwanted advances, why do you keep going? Why do you accept these opportunities? Obviously, you want the lifestyle. It's kind of go
Right.
back to this case that's ongoing right now. So I mean, it's yeah.
Right. You want the
And if
lifestyle.
it's really that bad, why didn't you go and file a actual police report instead of trying to sue for all this money?
Right.
260
Or
is a
just
lot.
or just block the man. Like,
Right.
You know,
He gets a lot
somebody
of
takes
money.
you
But
to
you
He said
accepted
he
a
wanna
role.
be off the show.
But you accepted a role in
he
the
did.
show.
He did.
But the thing is, you still gonna be off the show after this.
Yeah,
Right.
Like now you're off
And
the show.
probably ain't work in
I'm
Hollywood
thumping you.
anymore.
Yeah,
like,
gonna
you
get
know?
blackballed. Not gonna be in
Exactly.
Hollywood.
You're not
at
working
all.
in Atlanta no more.
That's why he need the 260. He say, "Hey, my career over if I do this."
I guess he say I
Maybe
super
it was-
I super 260. I get 2. So
I
maybe
get
it was
20
really on
million,
his
what's
heart.
up?
He's like, I gotta get out of here. So,
that's crazy.
Yeah, I think that's what kind of comes to territory.
but
with
that
stuff.
also happened right after the BET thing.
Yeah.
with him talking, give a speech, and then here we go. Let's turn this black man down. I feel like that happens a lot to our black entertainers,
yeah.
creators. Like soon as they say something publicly, like they are doing great things out there,
Mhm.
boom, here we go. Let's
Wait,
let's not,
what does he say?
you know, at the BET Awards, he kind of spoke. He talked about how he's created more black millionaires than anybody. And
Really?
He definitely said it. Yeah.
yeah, and here we go. Hey, boom. 2 days later.
Now that's now you see these allegations do come in ironic timing.
Yeah. They say let's humble him again. We see he's beating his chest. Let's stop that. And
mean,
now he got going to hide.
No, I don't think he's
Yeah,
going to
same.
hiding though. He posted something today. Was it today or yesterday? Today. He posted a clip sitting on his porch. He was singing a gospel song, and he said,
that
"I
guy
needed."
got me.
He said, "Everyone be calm," and that was it. And it was like, okay, like
Yeah, I don't think if it was flipped, black man, woman accusing him, they've been on that. They've been on his ass. But I did see Tyler Perry get a lot of support with this. As I was reading the comments, they said Tyler ain't do this whoop de whoop. So
Okay.
he has reason to be calm because they ain't really just came down on you like that. But if it
Mhm.
was anybody else,
Yeah, if it was a woman against
Oh, yeah.
him, he'd be done.
DONE.
it's interesting, man.
He'd be done.
Would he?
Yeah,
You think so?
definitely. It don't take much.
It doesn't.
It don't
Well,
take much.
Shannon Sharp not done.
Shannon Sharp's not done because of the girl's profession.
Mm.
OnlyFans model. They like,
Good way to look at
And
it.
he was clearly y'all had a working
Y'all
relationship
had
in
something
this.
going
Right,
on.
right.
Like y'all was doing this for a while. He was paying you. It was cool. He break things off. Now it's a problem. Now he raped you.
True.
Now he's aggressive. So and the white people love Shannon Sharp. You know,
They do.
You gotta
Yeah.
remember, bro.
Yeah.
They love
And
they love
he
certain athletes.
Clearly loves them back, right?
And so he definitely loves them back. So yeah, I think for that reason, it's like Shannon Sharp's kind of beloved out here right now. So it's gonna be hard to take him down with that. When he was open about it too, and he released his side.
Yeah, true.
So I think when you come back at it like that, because you like, oh no, we fighting this. Boom.
Yeah,
Now,
he didn't run
he was
from
like,
it.
ain't no questions now. This what it is. Boom. Here are all the text messages.
Yeah,
He released that.
yeah.
So I think when you uncover yourself and become vulnerable like that, I think you can get the public opinion on your side. I
True.
think so Tyler Perry, I mean, he just happened to be fortunate right now. If it'd been a woman, done deal.
It'll be interesting to see how this plays out.
I think he'll probably beat it. I mean, I can't see Tyler Perry sending.
Got too much money not to beat it.
Yeah, I don't see him sending provocative stuff unless he's getting some sort of leeway from this person. I'm like, bro, you $1 billion. You
He
ain't
too
just,
smart to do that.
Yeah, you ain't just crazy like that. He definitely was testing the waters, but I don't see him testing the waters unless y'all been testing each other's waters.
Right. Wait, the attorney's not Busby, is it?
I don't know. I ain't even check.
Because at that
If it
point,
was Busby, I feel like he
throw it
would've-
all out. Like if that's the case,
Yeah.
Nah, if it was Busby, that we would have Busby be posting that right
right?
now.
A whole press conference, huh?
But not definitely interesting. But what you about to say, Jamal?
Well, I was gonna switch the topic to this other case that's ongoing that we talked about before with Diddy.
Okay.
So it's this last week, right? Supposedly.
Coming to a
I think
close.
so.
Prosecution say they're gonna rest their case on
Yep.
Friday.
Yeah,
What y'all thinking? They were showing the freak offs now.
they are
Beat
showing
the case, bro.
The freak offs.
Throw the whole
What you mean
case
they
away.
showing the freak
They're
off?
showing the
showing the
freak
freak
offs.
offs.
They've been
They're
showing
showing video
video
evidence
to
to the jurors.
and they just threw a juror out.
Yeah, they did.
In
They
court?
threw the
Yep.
only black juror out
They did.
Come on, bro.
of the case. Monday
Yeah, a few days ago.
or a few days
Wait
ago.
a
Come on,
minute.
bro.
Wait a
And
minute.
now they like, let's get it. We got juror number 59 come on to the stage, and boom. So yeah, it's crazy. So,
So they showing this film in court.
yes, the freak offs.
Multiples.
Yeah. Multiple freak offs.
Oh my goodness.
He's sick for recording it, but hey,
Or if he's gonna record it, at
Bro
least
say
not
wanna
put
watch
it
it. Hey, man.
somewhere that's way more secure. Like, come on, man.
Let's be honest, bro. Diddy not going to jail, man.
I don't think he's going to jail. I do think he a freak.
Not for being no freak.
He a different level of freak. But I don't think he's going to
He
jail
definitely
for
freaky
it.
for sure. It's
I'm sure that shit vile, bro.
Yeah, they showing it in court.
it's worse than R. Kelly.
I wonder if
man.
it's going to leak to the public.
So
I am curious.
I
I'm
just
curious.
wonder. Okay, let's say Diddy, boom, he beats the case, right?
Okay.
We talked about
Can
a
he be
minute ago,
redeemed?
Can he be redeemed?
1,000%.
I feel
And-
like people are still on his side now. I feel like a lot of people
just ain't saying nothing.
aren't that are not with the abuse, which I'm not with the abuse either.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was pretty graphic. But I only saw one video, right? Now I've heard
Right.
about the other stories about him being a monster
Mm-hmm.
in court. So I feel like for that reason, you're gonna have those that still see that.
So
That can't be
Yeah.
undone.
when it comes to the case, okay, we've been following it for a few weeks now. Do y'all feel that? How do you feel about the testimony by the witnesses? Because they all seem to been truthful. Ideally,
Yeah.
they especially like Cassie, she talked about the good and the bad. Like there wasn't no holding back on either side of that. Of course, when it came to the escorts and stuff as well, like they talked about the good and the bad of the situations. So how does that somehow sway your opinion on the matter?
Man, to be honest with you, I feel like not the jurors, but the witnesses, I feel like they all helped Diddy. I feel
that way too.
I feel like everything, even the prosecutions, they witnesses, like they really helped Diddy in this whole case.
Mm-hmm.
They literally showed you that freaky man, but everybody that got up there just about was complicit in all of this.
Right.
Yeah.
Without being forced to do any of this.
Exactly.
Like they was with it. All of them.
All the way.
And the ones, even the ones like his artists that testified, even them, they painted. I mean, even the stuff they said made it seem like, well, shit, you didn't stop it. You didn't try to call the cops. You see her get beat down.
Yeah.
You ask her, you all right? All right, cool. Like it just kept like a regular day. So I feel like because of that, it don't shit. He not the only monster around there. Everybody's a monster,
Yeah.
and everybody was cool. And Cassie was cool.
So it just makes me, like you said, it kind of seemed like the testimony did help him. And then it makes you kind of think, like, exactly what did the prosecution, what are they going to, like, what are they trying to prove here? Because it's like you said, everyone seems to be complicit in it. Like, you know, outside of, like you said earlier, outside of the abuse, which is not cool.
Right.
It's like when it came
even with that though, they see her get beat up multiple times and they like, well, it's just another day.
And
she's all right.
and he's not on trial for that. And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
what is the prosecution trying to prove here? Because the charges aren't matching the witness testimony. And it just doesn't make sense to me. So, and then if you are a celebrity, let's say a Jay-Z, a Meek Mill, a French Montana, Diddy gets off, do you publicly congratulate this man when you haven't said anything?
You're going to be like, justice prevailed.
You know?
I feel like they not going to say nothing. But we're going to see. We're going to see how Diddy, I want to see how Diddy feels about everybody that did not support him. That's in his corner.
Or publicly.
Honestly, publicly. Because I'm pretty sure because it needs to happen publicly.
It does.
So
bro,
I want to see
people paying bills. I don't think it's nothing that he can say, bro. There's like he can't come out because now you got to come out and think about it. The last 2 years, like that Love album, great album. You know what I'm saying? So
damn good.
He's just gonna go back on that trajectory, which is what he should do. This is a man who's in. You got to push the positivity. You can't come out and be like Tupac.
He need to come out and just sit down, bro. He too hot.
Like, nah, bro, come out and just make music.
Well, then who's gonna work with
him? It's over for Diddy publicly.
Yeah, exactly.
You know
that's what I'm trying to say. But P don't believe that. But it's over, bro.
So when you say you mean over in terms of he put together? You're saying that
music
if
is
Diddy
done.
is to make another Love album or say I want to do a collaboration project, you think artists ain't gonna show
up? He's not collabing with nobody.
People ain't showing up. Is what y'all saying?
I don't think
nobody
they will,
showing up to collab. Bro, they not even there now. Why they gonna come later?
Why would you go now? When
I feel like if that's your guy, you got to stand by his side.
Because nobody got morals and principles to stand on that.
Nah,
people always say you should do it.
Nope.
But when it comes to, bro, every celebrity, Michael Jackson, whoever, when they was fading their cases, nobody, because the world say if you do it, they're gonna say, oh, you do that too. You do freak offs. We already know what's coming with
it. This 2025, bro. It's too much accessibility to everything. I should have seen French Montana somewhere. I should have seen Meek Mill talking about this. Jay-Z always quiet, so I didn't expect to see him. But he's we ain't cool no more. None of them. If it's me, Ross, like all of them, bro, it's done. Like y'all wasn't there. I done made y'all too much money for y'all not to be there. So, and y'all knew about all this. You know, this what we did. You know, in some capacity. Maybe not all of them were involved in all the freak offs or whatever, but they've seen it.
Jamal saying, "Stand by your guy."
If that's your boy,
but we know that's not how people do.
Bro, you seen the one dude? What rapper was at this standing by him? I can't even think of his name.
You mean Kanye West? We know you're talking about.
Not Kanye.
We know you're talking about. The only one showing.
I'm not talking about Kanye at all. It's another guy that. It's another guy that
got his own stuff going on.
It's another guy that
right
actually
now.
came up there.
Kanye was at the trial.
No, not Kanye. This guy came up there. This was way before Kanye did it. Kanye probably did it because he seen the other dude do it. So he came up there and he kept it 100. I said, I respect that.
You know.
Because a lot of the local media in New York been going to the trial and stuff too. So they be stepping in and getting interviewed afterwards and stuff about how they felt about the day. And so that one guy, I can't think of his name. He's like a little dusty, had braids. He came though, but he He said some real stuff,
What
and I
was
was
you
like,
talking
I
about,
respect
bro?
it. I was like, I respect it because he was like, yeah, I feel like, you know, you're a freak, you know, that's crazy, but he was like, he's like, you ain't do nothing wrong though, you know, and I think that Diddy, he not coming back. I think he not coming back from this. He needs to just chill. Like people can forgive to an extent.
So you're saying he should never do nothing musically again because it's went in public?
Who gonna work with him musically?
Do you realize how many people ain't up in music, bro?
And you think they about to say, I'm about to get on a song with Diddy?
Yeah, I don't think that's
One,
gonna
Diddy
happen.
don't make good music
Think
as
about
it
it. Think
is.
about-
Now that Love album was
Bro,
something
Diddy
that
has made plenty good songs in his
the
career.
Love album is something that he don't do
He's made
traditionally.
plenty of good
right? That
albums
was
in his
an
career.
anomaly.
It was.
Ain't no
It's been
anomaly,
20
bro.
years since he had a hit, boy. Come
Bro,
on,
the
man.
Love album ain't got hits. It's not about
That's
hits.
what
We
I'm
talking about-
saying.
We talking about a guy that said, I'm going to make
You said he
some-
made good music. When's
He's
the
made
last good song Diddy made outside of the Love album?
What you mean, bro? B2K was just at the BET Awards performing Bump, Bump, Bump.
20
Did
How
you
long
forget-
ago was that, Pete?
I'm just saying, did you forget
Like
who?
2004.
You forget who's on that song?
2004?
That's a Diddy record,
You think
bro.
Diddy was hard on that song?
He wasn't hard,
Diddy introduced B2K.
but it was.
It gave him a boost.
But it was
Yeah.
20 years ago,
Come on,
though.
bro.
Like, I don't-
Stop it.
This nigga gonna hate. He gonna
I
hate.
said, like I
but-
said, Cam, 20 years
Yeah.
ago.
I don't think anyone in this day and age is looking
And even then, people wasn't looking for the new Diddy song. Like,
right.
Bro, it's not, and that's the thing. It's not about people looking for a song.
no.
I'm
stop it.
saying that people put out music every day.
They do.
You looking at it from a hit maker, Drake perspective, everybody, bro, Diddy ain't had songs on that level in a minute. It's not
That's
about
what
that.
I'm saying.
I'm talking about if he was to put out something and other artists
No
collaborate,
one
people
is
gonna listen
no
to it.
one
Yes.
is going out to seek this shit.
They gonna listen to it.
The
bro.
Love album didn't even do great, and it was a good album.
It was a good album.
Nigga, nobody does great now. Who does great?
Drake.
Only superstars, relevant
So
superstars.
Diddy's
do
not a
great.
superstar to you.
Diddy ain't got to sell records. What he say? Don't man, nigga ain't got to sell records.
So what we talking about then?
I said
'Cause you talking about
you should
records.
make. You can make do whatever the fuck you want to do. I ain't finna. Don't
Well, he
listen to
can
this
do
nigga.
what he want. He has money. But
Jamal
what
the
I'm
type of
saying
nigga
is
tell you
it
to
going to
go.
be good? No.
It's gonna be good.
No, it's not.
You're saying is it gonna be
And no
pandemonium
one's
for it?
and no
Debatable.
one's collaborating.
You're asking if it's gonna be pandemonium. Niggas is gonna collaborate.
Not no good artists.
Was motherfuckers collaborating with R. Kelly after his case? Yes.
Maybe Danny DeCane will come back and collaborate with
They
him.
gonna
No,
collaborate,
they're done
bro.
with.
You know,
they been over though. That's not even.
ain't nobody collaborating.
I don't
with this
think
dude.
anyone will collab with him.
I think so. They
He gonna
will.
have to go buy some
Up-and-coming
people to collaborate.
or
with.
older artists. I don't think so.
He gonna have to buy his artists again if he wants some music.
Look, hey, these niggas ain't got a
But-
career
and
by
then
His
themselves.
son
Nobody's
to
gonna-
collaborate with.
Nobody's going to do it because they know he don't pay. So you have that too.
What you mean you know they don't play? Who
Diddy
don't
doesn't pay. That's been notorious. For
No, bro, these niggas. If you sign a bad contract and you don't get paid, you signed a bad contract. I'm not paying your ass either.
You know,
So you think
What?
that
People
so
gotta
you
stop
think
that.
people are gonna
People
work
got-
with him when he's shown you who he is?
right?
I'm saying people don't give a fuck about your personal life when it comes to this music.
Right, it's
shit.
done. He ain't getting nothing.
So
He-
you saying
if
no?
I was
you don't
Diddy-
think nobody gonna work with him?
If I was Diddy, I would just go sit.
Not
low.
anybody
But
of
I would
relevance.
move to Bali and just chill, bro.
Might as well.
Like,
Going over there.
You don't need to be here, bro.
This how you
Right.
get forced into retirement.
Going over there
Listen
with
to
Russell
these people.
Simmons.
Forced
it's
into
time-
retirement.
it's time
He's
for him to
rich.
retire.
His money should be making money already. He ain't
His
retire,
money was
bro.
making money. Now,
Yeah,
you
retire.
know,
Like you can go chill and live a great life. You
You
don't even
can.
need this shit.
you're worth
I
half
feel-
$500 million, bro.
I feel like
Go-
what are you chasing when you get out? That's
you-
I guess that's what it's gonna be for him. What are you chasing?
Well, but Diddy, I think the problem is though, Diddy was the type of celebrity who enjoyed the spotlight. So
That's gone.
his ego may be hurt in a way. So he may try and redeem himself in that regard.
Yeah.
Try and show himself as a family. He does have a young baby. Try and show himself as a family man and
Daughters.
stuff like that. But he does have daughters, yes.
Mm.
So I don't know. It'll be interesting. We'll see. It'll be. I can't wait to hear the closing remarks and see what the jury come back with.
Bro, the
I
Diddy
honestly
case has
see
been
it
a
being
joke.
a hung jury, if anything, or mistrial maybe. We'll see.
The Diddy case has been a joke.
They've been asking for a mistrial, but
Yeah,
they're not
the
gonna
judge keep
do it.
denying it. Yeah,
Well, the judge keep denying it because they didn't waste all this money. They like, nah, we about to finish this.
hell, at this point,
They close to the end.
we this deep in, might as well, right?
Yeah, they close to the end. Hopefully he don't get convicted because I feel like I don't feel like he did any of the stuff he getting charged for. Like, it's hard for me to think he had a sex ring going on, the trafficking piece. I just feel like that's a reach.
Yeah,
Definitely a reach.
Yeah, I think that's a reach. He definitely paid for some prostitutes. I
Mhm.
mean, that's obvious, but
Hey,
a ring consists of other people being in there and I just don't see that.
I think it's just a lot of people.
And that ain't even been touched on.
Right.
So I'm trying to figure out
That's what I'm.
when is the prosecution going
And that was my whole
even
point.
try to go there. They ain't even tried to go there.
That was my whole point. Like, exactly what are they trying to do here? Because the charges aren't aligning with the testimony. It's just not. And so it's like, okay, was this just all a ploy of trying to take out a big fish because
I think
he's
so.
famous and somebody's trying to get their name known in the prosecution world? Because this is crazy to me.
Isn't another case going? Isn't Weinstein's case going on right now, or somebody
doing a
else?
retrial or something? I don't know.
I saw some
don't know.
stuff about some other cases that are going on. Who was the other guy? There was a few more cases very similar to this. White guys though, that's kind of flying under the radar.
Of course they are. Of course they are.
Bro, you know people only care about black culture. For the most part. But no, I don't know if I've seen Weinstein back in the news.
But yeah, man, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens with Diddy, what the outcome is and how it's gonna go.
I think he beating the case.
We shall see.
But we do America gotta do better though, bro. If we gonna keep saying stuff wrong, I don't know. When people be like, oh, I witnessed this and I didn't say nothing, it's just hard for me to take people serious, bro. And if people take a super strong stance on it after the fact, once it becomes public knowledge, it's hard for me to take people seriously. It's like, if it's wrong, you need to keep that same opinion while it's happening or prevent it, or, you know what I'm saying? Do what you got to do. But I definitely do not agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. So, man, before I came over here, just switching to sports, man, I just seen the Lakers are selling majority stake. Jeannie Buss selling a majority stake. That's crazy.
$10 billion?
$10
$10 billion.
That's crazy, man. Like, that's a lot of money.
I don't understand why she's selling. I'm kind of confused. I know her father, Dr. Buss, is rolling in his grave.
Yeah.
What was the purpose of this? I'm trying to understand.
It's interesting.
From their perspective, why would you want to sell the Lakers, number one, if it's bringing in money?
And we know that they are.
Regularly.
They're one of the richest franchises in basketball. So
they're the richest, which is why $10 billion valuation for part of, like, they're still keeping a percentage. But they're losing a majority stake, and they gave that away for $10 billion. I'm just confused somebody had $10 billion to do it.
And not only that, it's the fact that the buyer also owns the Dodgers. So it's like, this man is swimming in money. Like, how much is he worth?
He's got a lot of money. 300. I think his company worth $300 billion.
Hey man, when you got that company, it's a lot you can play with.
He said, I give a quick 10 to the Lakers.
That's crazy.
I think it's crazy because it's when you see deals like this, one, this is going to change the trajectory of the Lakers, but also I'm thinking, like, financially, what was the point? Like, Jeannie Buss been rich her whole life.
Right.
Like, Dr. Buss been having the Lakers forever. Since what, the 70s, 60s, late?
Yeah, I think
like
he bought them
68,
70s.
something like that. So he been having the Lakers for that long. Her father, he's gone now, but he's had it for that long, grew it to what it is today. You have money.
Right.
So this wasn't for the $10 billion. Like, what was this for? I don't get that part of it.
You know, and I also think it's crazy that the league allowed, I don't, in my opinion, I think it's crazy for any one person to own more than one sports team across more than one professional team across sports, because at that point, how can you even, the teams are so big and they're so monumental, how can you focus on one? Because Dodgers is a great team, you know what I'm saying? And so you have this whole baseball operation over here. Now you're going over to basketball. How can you successfully run both?
Well, supposedly Jeannie Buss is still going to keep her position as running everything at the Lakers.
You heard that
for how long?
Yeah, for how long? That's a great question.
It's like, she may keep it for the next year or two, but after that,
I'm sure they'll let her go eventually. That's crazy.
I mean, would you sell it? You would have kept it.
I would have kept it.
I would have kept it, one, because this is my father's legacy. The Buss family is known for that. You just killed that, just like that, overnight.
Yeah.
Gone. Right? And then also, why? Like, this is generational wealth we talking about that you just decided to just say, hey, fuck it.
Right. And
Get rid of
it's
it.
not like the Lakers are going away tomorrow. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like he just said, fuck it. We're gonna get rid of it. Now what? What is the Bus family gonna do? Do y'all have someone else great in your family that's gonna do something different to continue this
Right.
legacy? Now the 10 billion should last a while in the family.
It should.
You would hope.
I mean,
But
'cause they're already wealthy, so it's like
yeah, it should. But at the same time, it's like, okay, now what is your family gonna do? Like this was a family thing.
Mhm.
Like that's the part that's blowing my mind.
Yeah.
Like you just said, we're gonna get rid of the Lakers. 10 billion is the number. 10 billion is a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't need the money. So unless you do need the money, maybe that'll come out. That's a lot of money to need.
Yeah, it is.
But,
Like
but
what
maybe
you doing?
Maybe somebody's in trouble. Somebody got gambling problems.
How much trouble though? Like
A lot of trouble, right? Like I don't know. That's to me. That's odd.
It is. It's
I was
very
completely unexpected.
Yeah.
Was she that tired of the Lakers, or was it in spite?
Because like I could possibly understand if it was a situation where the team sucks, the value has dropped. You know what I'm saying? Where you're losing more money than what you're bringing in. So, but it's you're talking about the LA Lakers. Like they're the golden franchise of the NBA. You know what I'm saying? So that's not the case at all. So it makes you wonder why, like you said, and then why would you want to destroy your family legacy like this? Because this is something that should have been going on for the next 100 years. As long as the league exists, it should have ideally been in this family.
The Bus family, yes.
And so why would you want to destroy that right now?
And like, if you didn't want it anymore as Jeannie, like none of your kids or your brother's kids or anybody, like nobody. It's like, fuck it, we just gonna live off this money.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I didn't like
Jeannie
that.
Buzzard got kids?
I don't know. I don't know if she got kids. Her brother might have kids. Are they not fit?
I don't think she does.
Very interesting situation for sure.
Somebody got kids over there.
Yeah.
In the Bus family. They got some cousins. Somebody.
Yeah.
Somebody got something. Like, dang, nobody can run this anymore.
Ooh.
Like, it stops here. I don't think that was Dr. Bus's dream. I feel like he rolling in his grave right now.
I'm pretty sure it's something that he just built up, and now it's
this is crazy. This is like this is a big deal.
It is. It is.
Los Angeles Lakers. And
$10 billion is a lot of money. Though.
It is a lot of money.
A lot of
but
money.
it's like when you don't need the money. Like I could see if it was like something where when she inherited the Lakers, let's say it was only worth $10 million.
Mm-hmm.
And then somebody say, we can give you $10 billion for it.
Right,
like,
right.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, boom. But this is something where she's probably worth what? I don't know, probably over 100, 200, 300,
if not more.
5.
Right. Probably close to the
What's her net worth, P? Jeannie Buss.
Shit, I don't even know, man. Jeannie Buss net worth, it got to be $1 billion.
That's what I'm saying. It's like,
I'll say 500 million.
See what I'm saying? That's a lot.
Yeah, she does not have any biological children.
They say her net worth's not publicly available.
Mm-hmm.
But with her being the controlling owner of the Lakers, it's like an estimate.
But the Buss family's
net worth is $700
million, yeah.
And the Lakers last year had a $7 billion valuation, and just got 10.
Yeah,
and still get to keep a stake in the Lakers.
Yeah,
so I guess that's nice, but that's gonna get bought out eventually when she gone.
Yeah,
that's crazy. It's a lot of money.
So speaking of basketball, who y'all think Game 6 is coming up?
Yeah, I got the Pacers winning the whole series, so I'm anticipating that they win this game.
Okay.
I think it's time for them to go ahead and win.
Think so?
I'm not a fan of either team like that.
Same.
OKC.
There's no stars in this series, but I do think that I think that they've been playing well. They've been putting on a show for smaller market teams.
Mm-hmm.
Lowest ratings in NBA Finals in the last 25 years.
I can see that.
Not surprised.
Nope.
Oklahoma City and Indiana Pacers. Yeah.
No wonder. I have not tuned into the games like I typically do, especially for the finals.
They're not advertising them like they normally would because they're small markets, which is stupid on the NBA's behalf. But then also, I think they just took a step back this year when it came to this because they're small market teams.
Yeah.
This would have been the Knicks, who were possibly going to be there. It would have been going crazy right now.
Of course.
Because it's New York. And so it would have been, they hadn't been in a while either. So it would have been crazy.
Yeah.
So it's a shame that the NBA took their foot off the gas. I think this is when you put your foot on the gas because, one, people don't know who half these players are.
Exactly.
People
you
know,
need
I feel
to-
like a lot of people know SGA.
You need to make people aware of who these guys are.
So I think if the NBA
SGA is Canadian, so it's like Drake almost, right? How he don't get enough respect
Don't
because
get that
he's
American
not
push.
American.
Yeah.
And so,
I
yeah,
think when it comes to smaller markets, that the NBA should, like you said, they should push them because it sets you up for next season.
Exactly.
Because if you put enough highlight on these teams and on these players, you get new fans that's going to be engaged to the players, that's going to follow them around.
Yeah.
So therefore, when the season starts, you're like, okay, well, games for OKC games is up, 10-15% in viewership. So that means more revenue for the league itself. So it really is unfortunate how that works. If you're not top 5, top 10 market, you don't get as much. Because like you said, they have not been advertised that much at all. You haven't seen much talk about the finals, which is crazy because it's the NBA finals. Like usually, the internet's buzzing this time of year with the NBA.
like I said, there's no stars in it. Even though
True.
SGA just won the MVP, he's still not a star, like a superstar.
Yeah.
Like I think in the NBA,
I mean, he got a shoe, so you think he still need to break out, or you
he
think
has
it's
a
just 'cause
Converse shoe. Nobody's hooping in that. So I think that
niggas used to hoop in Chucks?
yeah, back when we
1980?
didn't, way back. Magic Johnson had Converse on there, but like long ago. So I feel like right now it's missing that superstar.
Yeah.
Like just commercial superstar. SGA is very talented. I mean, he won MVP, but he's not superstar. He don't appeal to the masses. He's fashion forward. Like people, he in the fashion shows. He doing all that, but still not superstar, which is because he's Canadian. I think that's the reason, honestly. But I think that it's sad because Oklahoma City has a great fan base. Like they have some of the
They've
best.
been waiting on this moment for a while too.
They have some of the best games throughout the season. Usually, anyways, their fans show up to their games because they don't have any other sports.
Right. Or it's Oklahoma, nothing else to do.
Yeah, so they like their games are lit.
Yeah.
like all the time.
And they've had
so-
superstars come through over the years.
Yeah, Russell, you had KD, you had James Harden.
James Harden.
This is when they was early, but they made it pretty far back then.
They did.
And even then, their fan base was still good. And they fans go whether they're great or not. Like they got some really good fans. It's just small market, Oklahoma City. So yeah, it's a shame, but shout out to them. Who you got winning?
You going with OKC?
I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to say OKC too, only because the odds are in their favor right now. Like they got one more game to win and they take it. So
yeah,
it'll be a strong. I don't know. Where's the next game at? Y'all know?
Indiana.
Okay, well then the
I
next
mean,
game.
I feel like OKC won the last Indiana game though, right?
No,
but
didn't they win?
with this one being in Indiana and it's a do or die game
Close
for the
out,
Pacers,
yeah.
they may come with it. Just because they don't want to. One, don't want to lose it because they're at home, but two, lose and that's going to be it. So it's going to be a good game. I'm going to watch Game 6, so it'll be interesting.
It should be a good game.
Yeah.
I mean, OKC won. Yeah, the last two. So I think they're gonna win.
I don't think they're gonna win.
They
They're
beat
not
them-
gonna
they
win
beat them
three.
at home
They're
and
not
they
gonna
beat
win
them.
3 in a row.
I mean, even if they don't win that, it'll go back to OKC.
Yeah.
Game 7.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got OKC. I think
the league, people always say
I got the
league,
Pacers
the league
winning
is
it.
rigged. So I wouldn't be surprised if the
I
doesn't
got
go
the
to Game
Pacers
7.
winning it. They're the less talented team, but I got them winning it.
Mm-hmm.
They got heart, but they don't have no star. And same thing. I mean,
So you don't think Halliburton a star?
no.
Jamal is.
I think he's.
Why not? Bro?
I think he's popular.
He doing his thing.
His
He
performances
said,
have been pathetic.
You
He's
feel like
had several games where he scored less than 10 in his finals. Like he's been the reason they've been losing. Like, he just ain't showed up for a lot of games. But their team is deep. They got a deep team. OKC doesn't have a deep team, but they have better players. So that's why OKC has the edge. I mean, if I was looking at the analytics, I would say OKC winning, but I like to go against the grain. I'm just saying Pacers because I don't got no dog in the fight. So I'm like, I'll just pick a team.
But I was reading earlier that Halliburton may not even play because he has a possible calf injury. So that'll be
lights are too bright.
Over my boy. I'm not saying
Lights
a
are too bright.
It'll be interesting to see how
When the lights
he
get
play.
bright, injuries start happening, man. Calf injury, now he's dehydrated, all type of stuff.
Wait a minute, he's just trying to catch up.
Yeah, right.
We'll see what happens.
Ain't no catching up. This is the finals. What do you mean you're not playing?
So you saying beat Kobe, play?
This
injured,
might
play
be the
whatever.
last game.
This could be.
What are you talking about? You're not playing.
I mean, if you got a calf issue, like what you got to get a shot or something? Like
yes. Go ahead and get shot up.
24-hour massages.
Come on, bro. What are we talking about? Game 6? We might go home.
He gonna play.
I'm
bro.
not gonna play.
That's just marketing.
I'm
bro.
the face of the team. Like, come on, bro.
He gonna play, bro.
If he don't play, he gonna get ran out of Indiana.
Think so?
Nah, they love him. He mixed. He white and black. They love him. You know,
right up the alley, huh?
The NBA always try to push mixed guys because it appeals to their audience.
True.
So they got to keep their white fans happy. So
Especially
Halliburton fits the narrative.
his mother white.
Yep.
I was wondering. I mean,
Come
I know
on
his
now.
dad was definitely black.
Come on now.
So yeah,
Vendetta. Hey man, well shit. Hopefully we're gonna see how that go. I mean, I know y'all seen the some of that list, that Billboard top 75 R&B all time list. Now I don't know if they came out with the top 10,
I don't think it's.
but they got everybody up until that point. I mean, just off top of y'all head, right?
Man, don't show me.
Who'd you put at the top of that list? Top, because we talking about all time, so they going down. You know, you got Luther, Mariah Carey,
Billboard top
so-
what list?
top
top
75
75
greatest R&B singers
of all time.
So first, let's
Oh.
talk about what they're judging it on. So they said that the Billboard staffers agreed on the following criteria: vocal pros, body of work, career longevity, industry achievements, game-changing influence, and enduring generational / cultural impact. At first, when I saw the list, I said, okay, because it wasn't quite making sense to me. And then before reading the article, I said, well, maybe Billboard's, because it's Billboard, maybe they're basing it off of sales because it's Billboard, right? But no, I just read the criteria. These lists are always opinionated. They're based on personal preference. Their staff voted on this and they compiled all the votes into this list. I'm offended because Luther Vandross was a little too low for me.
22.
Because there ain't too many male singers, dead or alive.
Never too much.
I
Never
ain't
too
gonna lie,
much.
my boy Donnie Hathaway, number 21. I'm kind of torn
So
because I like both. You know what I'm saying? That's kind
um,
of crazy.
I think I saw like
Otis Redding is number 20.
Mary J. Blige was like number 12 or something like I want to say. And I
No
was
way.
like,
She shouldn't even be top 25.
and don't get me wrong, I'm a huge Mary fan, but
Stop
then that's where it comes into cultural impact and things like that and career longevity because I'm like, bro, vocally?
The career longevity piece is BS. I feel like you can't. I wouldn't add that one in here
Why not?
because just because you've had a long career don't mean you're great the whole time.
That is true.
There are some people that have one album that had a greater impact than Mary J. Blige.
Who?
Lauryn Hill.
Bro, she got like one album. Is she even on this list? Let me check.
I don't know if she's on the list.
Lauryn Hill
but-
I know more Lauryn Hill songs than I know Mary
Oh,
J.
she's
Blige
48.
songs.
Really?
Come on, bro.
I do.
No, but
Jamal.
I don't know if I believe
I
that.
do.
Jamal.
I do.
Come
but
on, man.
Put it this
Name-
way.
No.
Name more than four.
Put it this way. Put it this way. I like Mary J. Blige.
Yes.
I don't love her.
But
I
you-
love Lauryn Hill's music.
Okay, I
And
can.
it ain't a lot.
It ain't a lot. It's not a lot.
No
to choose
need to
from.
be because it's
But bro, now you saying you for real saying that you know more
I don't
Lauryn
know-
Hill
I
songs
don't believe he believes.
I think
out
so.
of the total 25 that she may have, and that's being generous to say 25. Out of total 25
we can
songs,
say
that we
16. Yes.
have,
I
you
feel
mean-
like I do. I
Bro,
know. I
no
do.
way.
But at the same time, I feel like her impact has been bigger than Mary J's. And I'd like you to quantify it differently.
for one, Mary has. I'll go back before I even say that. I was listening to an interview the other day of someone talking about Mary. It was an interview with Faith Evans.
Okay.
And the interviewer was comparing Faith to Mary. She was like, both of y'all are R&B singers, but Mary seems to have a broader appeal. And Faith said Mary's a great singer. And what helps Mary is the fact that she grew up listening to all of the music before her. So the music of the 60s, 70s, and 80s.
Okay.
So it's saying that, and Faith highlighted that Mary's a bit of a musical historian because she grew up around these records. Faith was like, well, in my case, I was a church girl. I didn't grow up listening to all this music. So I don't really have the expertise to pull from when it comes to writing or even producing or singing these songs because I don't have the history like Mary does.
Yeah.
Mary did a very good job over her career of bridging the old school and the new school. To me, she reminds me a lot Mariah Carey in a way, because how Mariah's able to blend R&B with pop. I feel that Mary had that ability to do that with old school versus new school. Bro, I am a Mary fan. I've seen Mary in concert more times than I've seen anybody. So I may be a bit biased in me saying that. There's no way you can tell me that Lauryn Hill has a bigger impact. Was her album great? Yes, and I'm a Lauryn Hill fan for the album that she gave us.
She has one great album, bro.
That's all she has.
As
Does
far as
Mary
the
J.
solo.
Blige have a greater album than that?
Absolutely, bro.
What is it?
Breakthrough.
I have to go listen to it.
Come on, man.
I have to go listen to it.
What's the 411? Like,
When I think of Mary, I think of Diddy.
well, you know, she's been quiet in that case, but that ain't what we're talking about right now.
Let me just go to this list because this is
I got a list in front of me, too.
egregious. Okay,
Mhm.
so Mary's at 16.
16, okay.
I'm gonna name everyone immediately after her, and you tell me if she
I
belongs.
think Ursula might have been 12 then.
Janet Jackson 17.
Impact.
Al Green is 18.
Okay.
Smokey Robinson is 19. Otis Redding is 20.
Mm-hmm.
Donny Hathaway is 21. Luther's 22. Mary shouldn't be in front of any of them.
What about for women?
They didn't break it down by gender.
Yeah, like
But do you see what I'm saying? Like the people I just named.
Well, I could see her being in front
you
of
got to think
Otis.
swag.
Okay, what about Luther?
Add in swag
Luther,
too,
no.
bro.
Donny Hathaway, maybe. I mean, she's had a longer career than Donny
Well, yeah, he died.
Hathaway. Exactly. So, but that's what I'm saying. It's like that's why I don't like that metric being used, because it's like certain things happen to where people couldn't have a long career. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Okay, that's fair.
Like it's like okay,
But I think
Teddy Pendergrass is 23.
that's generous. And I like Teddy.
Bill Withers is 24.
TKO.
I like Bill Withers.
Bill Withers popped out at
Come
the
on
age
now.
of 33, so you know what I'm saying? You got to give him respect.
Shout out
just
to Bill
for
Withers.
that.
He probably too high though. 24
Right.
probably high on this
Lovely
list.
Day.
It's a great song.
It is.
I listen to it. I used to listen to it every morning. My Alexa used to just play it in the
When I
morning.
wake up in the
Yeah,
morning.
no, in fact, it used to come on my alarm.
That's going to get you up.
Yeah. I try to wake up happy. You know what I'm saying?
It's
Patti
definitely one of
LaBelle's
them.
25. Mary belong above her.
No. But I
Chris
mean,
Brown's 26. This R&B list, right?
it is an R&B
He's not in the
list.
top 25, not top 10.
Bro, you know
Should-
people not going to give
Out
him
of
what
all
he
time?
did. Yeah.
It's Chris Brown.
Top 25?
Of
Chris
all
Brown, all
time?
time?
All
Yeah.
time?
At this point, hell yeah.
Him and Usher
He not
should
in
be
no
up there. I mean,
comparison,
Usher
bro.
at 12, but he should be right there at 13.
Yeah, I ain't
Shit.
gonna lie, yeah.
I'm just upset that Luther's not higher.
Luther should be top 5.
He should be
Top 5?
R&B,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely.
Top 5, perhaps.
So okay, so let's say that. So there's quite a few artists who've not been. Who y'all think
Shaka Khan's 27.
top 10? I'm gonna go. This will be the people I think are going to be in the top 10. Obviously, they're going to put Beyonce. They're probably going to list Mike as an R&B singer, which I don't think he was.
He is.
They're going to put Alicia Keys in there.
No, Alicia Keys already on here.
Oh, she's already there.
What
Yeah,
number is she?
I think like 40. Let me see. Like,
Oh
Okay.
damn! I would have thought she would have been higher.
yeah, Alicia Keys.
I'm looking at some people and I'm kind of confused.
Because Max, because even Aaliyah was on here.
Anita Baker in the 30s.
Yeah, Alicia Keys 33.
Bro, that's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, well then that takes me back. Then okay, so they're gonna
Beyonce
put
definitely gonna
Who
be
else?
up there.
Michael, Beyonce, Mariah,
Mm-hmm.
Whitney.
Yeah, facts.
Oh, yeah.
Let me think who else is dead
Yeah.
or alive. That I didn't see already. That they're going to be top 4. I
Okay.
think. I don't know who else. I honestly haven't looked at the full exhaustive list so far, but just
I'm
thinking
looking
they're,
at
they're
it.
probably going to slide Rihanna in there, which is crazy because but they're going to
She might be in there.
they're going to
'cause
use cultural impact, which is okay, but
Big.
R&B is
That's
crazy.
crazy. I'm not going to lie.
R&B, she shouldn't be considered
Well,
R&B.
She's pop, but I don't mind them putting in R&B, but that's way too high.
Yes,
And she's great.
yes.
No disrespect
Even
to
though
Rihanna.
I think when it comes to Rihanna, it's really crazy. Now she hasn't put out an album in almost 10 years. It's been 9 years at this point. But yet every year when Billboard does their Billboard rankings, she's consistently in the top 5.
They love Rihanna.
And that's
People love
and
Rihanna,
that's
bro.
based off of sales and streaming and all that stuff.
Appeal.
So the people are still listening to her music.
Yeah.
And it's crazy.
I'm not
'cause-
going to lie. I'm looking at this list. I'm getting mad. I'm just scrolling and I'm seeing people that's way back.
I don't
behind.
think any more men are going to be in there because who?
Yeah.
I mean, you got Michael Jackson. You said
Well, Michael, yeah, outside of Michael,
R. Kelly.
they're probably gonna put Prince.
No, they gonna put R.
R.
Kelly.
Kelly's not gonna be on
He
there.
should be on there.
Yeah,
You think he's not gonna make the
No,
list?
He gonna make the
absolutely.
list.
He
Hey,
should.
I ain't
He
gonna
should.
lie.
But
He
they're
gonna
not.
be in there. They gonna shake some shit up.
Yeah,
They're not gonna
they
do that.
should. They ain't gonna do it.
But I think that
I feel like they have to. I'm looking at this list and I'm missing people.
it's Prince and Michael are gonna be in the top 10.
This list,
Prince, Michael,
it's disrespectful.
Whitney, Beyonce, Mariah. That's 6. Rihanna, that's 7. Who?
No, Rihanna number 46.
Oh damn. Okay, well that takes that.
She's number
out.
46.
Okay, well
That's about fair.
I
That's
can
fair.
see. Yeah, I'm not mad at that.
That's fair.
Um,
I'm kind of mad at this. I'm looking at this list and I'm getting mad.
Diana Ross, is she on the list already?
I haven't seen her yet.
So you think they gonna go Motown? Motown.
I mean, if they put Smokey,
Hmm.
Dang, Jill Scott 53. Dang. My boy Joe made the list. All right.
I wanna know.
That's my karaoke song, man. Go to.
Yeah, that boy crazy, man. We got I don't know, bro. R&B is just
I ain't gonna lie, this list is just disrespectful, bro. There's some people on this list
they
that's
gonna
in
put
the-
Neo on there.
Neo on here.
it makes you wonder who.
Neo is number what is he? Number 60.
It makes you wonder: are the employees at Billboard who voted, are they
The spark
consumers?
controversy. I think they
of
are.
Neo
R&B.
number 60. But there's some people that in here that shouldn't be like down here. Like this is crazy.
Yeah.
This is wild. Like some of the people I'm seeing, people that I hold dear.
Yeah, right.
Like, yeah.
Very interesting. These lists, like I said, they're always the only list that I typically look at and like is the end of year Billboard, because of course that tracks sales. You know what I'm saying? And so that one it's not biased because it's actual. But everything else, it's all at P&A, and it's kind of up to ones,
They got Frank Ocean above Maxwell.
and that's crazy because
I mean, the fact that the weekend was so high, I thought was crazy.
How high is the weekend? He in like the 50s.
He should be at the bottom.
should he even be on the list? You know what I'm saying?
Babyface 35. How we feel about that?
No, I don't like that.
Yeah, Babyface nice for sure.
because-
Donna Sana number 34.
No, like she was a whole movement by herself.
Yeah.
Like, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
hard
Disco
for the
Queen.
money. So hard for the money.
And the thing with Babyface
Lionel
is
Richie 32.
someone like Babyface, bro. His impact goes far beyond his own catalog.
Exactly. That's what's crazy about it.
So many of those artists are on that list because of the content that Babyface created for them.
Anita Baker 31.
So yeah,
She should probably be top 15. I mean, I gotta go back to the 15, but Anita Baker has had an impact.
right.
People still listen to her music today.
They do.
So
I mean, that's real.
Gladys Knight 30.
So speaking of
Diana Ross is on here. She's number 29.
oh damn, for real?
Number 29.
So I don't know who the top 10 maybe then. Like,
Erykah Badu made the list, 28.
she's giving a concert tomorrow.
She is in
actually.
Dallas.
And
Yeah.
it's going to be streaming.
Ty Harris
on,
opening up for her, actually.
it
Amazon
is?
Prime. It's
Yeah,
going to be on Prime
yeah, it's gonna be on Prime
I'm
tomorrow.
going to check it out.
Now that's gonna be dope. Yeah, damn. Ty Harris opened up. That's
Shaka Khan, 27. Yeah, this list is... It's a list.
It's definitely something, right?
It's a list.
It's going to be interesting. I guess they'll
It's
probably
a
drop the top 10
list.
tomorrow. So we'll see what happens with that.
they got Summer Walker at the bottom.
Billboard say we need some attention.
I mean, you gotta spark it up. I think they. I mean, yeah.
It's a way to do this without being disrespectful. Luther Vandross should have been top 10.
Absolutely.
But I feel like they got a lot of great singers on there though.
And so
It's hard not to have great singers on here when it's 75. It's going to be
True.
some great ones on here, and all of them are great in their own right. But I think the order got to be better.
yeah.
Yeah, the positioning is crazy. Especially when you're saying all time.
Should
like,
Janet be this high?
No. Well, they talked about impact, cultural impact.
Okay.
Janet did. She was a movement in her time.
Yeah.
Janet now no, but Janet 15 years ago.
Bro,
no,
Janet
no,
had it
not
rocking,
15
bro.
years ago.
She had it
20
rocking, but
years
she
ago.
shouldn't be top 20.
Yeah.
Like, there's too many great people on this list for her to be top 20.
I mean,
We're talking about R&B, like people that you cut on
But and see that's
frequently.
that's my issue when it comes to billboards. They often classify people in wrong categories because when I
Yeah.
think of Janet, I don't think R&B music. I think she's majority pop,
Yeah.
which is
But so when you say R&B, you feel like they gotta be on some super R&B vibes.
not so much super, but Janet to me, a lot of her albums are way more pop with a few R&B tracks versus the opposite. A lot of her hits happen to be, in my opinion, pop songs versus R&B songs. I think R&B comes from a place of kind of soul and what it says, rhythm and blues, and a lot of what's classified as that isn't that because there's no reason the Weeknd doesn't make R&B music. Like, yeah, I don't know. Especially when you think of it in a historical context, like that's just he doesn't fit. A lot of artists don't fit the category, and it Billboard and a lot of these charts just happen to say, "Oh, they're black, so it has to be R&B," and that just should not be the case. Give these artists their
Yeah.
rightful due and put them in the pop categories where they rightfully belong, instead of saying because they have color in their skin, they make R&B
Damn,
music.
dropping it. He preaching right now.
Yeah, it really agitates me, man, because it's just
Yeah.
not the case. They're not R&B artists.
Yeah,
so,
The Weeknd's not an R&B artist.
mm-mm.
Nah, yeah, I mean he
Never has been.
Yeah, at all.
Wouldn't classify himself that way.
Nope.
Hell no.
And yet he's on the list.
Right. It kind of reminds me of a few years ago when wasn't that Justin Bieber who won best R&B or was nominated maybe at like the BET Awards or something like that. It's like, well, you know what? I'm not even going to use that example because that album was heavily influenced by R&B. But just in a lot of cases though, these artists don't be R&B or they are R&B and they, I don't know. I think there needs to be some expanding of categories, especially in the case
Some
that
refinement.
yeah, right. If the Grammys can say, "Hey, let's split the country category and add traditional and contemporary," then the
Yeah.
same thing should be done to the R&B categories. If
Right.
y'all want to classify these people as R&B, then put R&B pop as a category or something to that,
Right.
to that
Yeah,
nature.
get it right.
Right. So I don't know. We'll see what happens though.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely, some growth that still needs to happen. It's interesting though. Like it's definitely interesting. I mean, I don't know. Like I feel like when you're making a list like this, partly making it to be controversial. I feel like that's kind of their goal,
Yeah.
At least with the 75, as far as with the top people, I feel like they'll, definitely Beyonce, Mariah Carey. They gonna,
I mean,
they
that's
gonna
cool,
definitely do that.
but we gotta get it right. You think who you think gonna be number one?
They can put Michael.
Probably
think so.
Beyonce or Michael Jackson. No, it's gonna be
You don't think
Mariah
it's gonna be
Carey.
Mariah?
Out of them three, I would say.
I think it might be Mariah.
I don't think they're gonna put Mariah.
I think they could.
They
Christmas
could.
album go crazy every year.
It does,
They do.
but Mariah historically doesn't get her just due, I think, in the music industry. And I think a lot of it happens to do with a few factors. Number one, most of her career when she was pushing out hits, she had stiff competition. She had Whitney Houston to deal with. She had Tony Braxton to deal with.
Tony in the 30s. on the list.
She had Mary J. So she had
37.
and a
something
lot
like
of
that.
her when she was very relevant in music, she had stiff competition. That's number one. Number two, I think white America doesn't quite appreciate her because in her later career, well, post mid '90s, she collaborated with a lot of black artists, black rappers to be
Okay.
exact, and she kind of
Diddy.
opened up that lane of mixing pop and rap, and so that kind of taking her away from white America in a
Right.
sense. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? And because when you even look at some people were saying on Monday when she accepted her BET award, she said, "Oh, this is my first award," and people on Twitter was like, "What? She hasn't had an award?"
Mariah
It's like,
Carey said that?
yeah, but it's like, well, you got to think about it. The BET award started in 2000.
Yeah.
Mariah's most notable album was "We Belong Together." Emancipation of Mimi, sorry. And that year that album came out, Mary J dropped Breakthrough. So it's like, you put those two albums together, they're both great albums, but you can't get mad that Mary probably won over her. After that, she dropped E=MC²,
I
which
can.
was
That We
also
Belong
another great
Together.
album.
I don't know if Mary got a song better than that on that Breakthrough
We
album.
belong together, you mean?
Yeah, I don't think Mary got a better song than that album.
Possibly.
She got a lot, bro.
But she won because she's blackity black.
Right.
And Mariah's, you know.
And so
Mariah.
it's like, well, when you think about that, when it comes to the BET Awards, at least when it comes to Mariah, she just hasn't, her career wasn't what it was in the 90s.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, but you got to think about Emancipation of Mimi. That was
It was a hot
2006.
album.
That was a moment.
And she was nominated. She just didn't win. So
Yeah, that was because that's
Probably-
when she's with Jermaine Dupri. Shake It Off.
Mariah
All of
should
that.
have
That
won
was
something. You feel me? That album was hard.
especially
It was.
06.
Mariah
she
got a
won
lot
something.
of hits.
she does.
Yeah.
19 number ones to be exact. So it's like,
No, she that.
yeah,
Yeah.
She that.
She
I
is.
can see her winning.
Have y'all
I
listened
can
to
see
her-
her being number one, but probably not. They probably put Beyonce, which
y'all
is fair
listened-
too. I mean, it's toss up.
Yeah, true.
But,
True. Have y'all listened to Mariah's new song?
No, what she got to do something?
She dropped the new song 2 weeks ago. The video dropped last Friday.
Okay.
It's cool. I was listening to a podcast the other day with Jay Valentine, and he was saying that he got to listen to her album, and it's really great. He highlighted there's a gospel song on there. He didn't say who it's with, but he said the gospel song is really good. He hopes that she releases it. Someone else said they got a sneak peek, and they said that the gospel song was with the Clark sisters, but it hasn't been confirmed yet. So
That's a big deal.
It is.
That'll
it
be
is.
lit.
So I personally would love to see Mariah get another number one, just to make it 20. Because right now she's tied, I think, with Elvis. I think is it Elvis or the Beatles? One of the two. With the number of number one. So I would love to see her get one more to just completely stand out.
I think she'll get it. I don't think there's anybody in her way.
No,
So I think she'll get it.
the only person alive that's closest to Rihanna, hell, she ain't in the studio. So
Yeah.
Man, Rihanna fully retired.
I believe so. I
Yeah,
believe
she
so.
having another baby right now.
Yeah,
Right, man. I mean, is she? I mean, yeah. What would Rihanna do, man? She
not a
make,
single song.
make
Rihanna good. She said, I got $1 billion company. I'm running it up.
I got hit.
I ain't
And
mad
bro,
at
when
it.
she was going, she dropped like 6 albums back to back. Like
Yeah.
she did a
Yeah, the
she
work
went on a
ethic was
run.
different.
It was.
sure.
It was. She definitely did it while she was young. Speaking of albums dropping, Cardi B's dropping new music on Friday.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Is it
she
an
has-
album or is it a pack?
No, it's a song.
Bro, we
she
gotta
released
stop
a
this,
snippet.
man.
She released a snippet probably a few weeks ago online. It's called Outside.
All right.
Okay,
She
summertime.
last week she reported that she turned her album into the label. So hey, today she was performing in Cannes, and she said while on stage that her song drops on Friday, and soon after that she has a big surprise. So I'm guessing that may be the album release date. We shall see. But the snippet of the song sounds good. Like it's definitely an outside song. Like so
All right.
Justin,
I'm here for it.
I am.
We've been waiting for Cardi to drop for some years.
Yeah.
She's been throwing us singles.
Yeah.
Hopefully this isn't just a single. Hopefully follow up.
I think it'll probably just be a single. But I mean, if she just drops a single, is it anything wrong with that? Or
I don't think so.
Nah, I think that's her career at this point. It's been
Yeah.
5 years?
And honestly, I'm okay with that with some artists. I mean, as long as the singles hit.
so she never drops. Okay, if she never drop a second album, she basically pulling the Lauryn Hill. Does that is Cardi B a legend?
She's not pulling any Lauryn Hill.
Because Lauryn Hill dropped one album.
Lauryn Hill
but Lauryn
songs
Hill-
were impactful, but
Cardi
also
B first
Lauryn
album's
Hill.
impactful?
Lauren Hill didn't drop any songs after that.
She did not. No.
Like she wasn't dropping no
Okay,
singles.
Right.
Okay.
Wasn't dropping no singles. She can't perform the damn real original versions.
Right. I'm okay with an artist if they decide to not drop an album and they just want to do songs sporadically, as long as the songs are good. Now, if the songs don't hit for nothing, then no, keep it. But if they're able to drop songs and the songs are hitting, it's like, well, hey, it is what it is. They may not feel that they want to put out a full body of work. They may not want to put in the work to put in the full album. So, but we'll see. Cardi's pretty consistent on her hits. I mean, she's given us one almost every year since
What hit
her
she had
album
last
dropped.
year?
She was on the remix with
Okay,
Lotto.
so you're counting remixes. Okay.
Yeah, she was on a remix with Lotto. She was on a remix with Glorilla.
Had a song with Megan before that.
Yeah. So I mean,
WAP.
Yeah.
I think she's in a good position. I know a lot of people saying, "Oh, it's been too little," but no, she's kept herself relevant. And
It's
so
not hard to do anymore with
it's
social
not.
media.
It's
so
not. It's
yeah.
not. So
As long as you know how to use that.
I think hopefully this. I didn't like her last song that she dropped a few months ago. I don't even remember the name of it, honestly.
I like her videos always. They're pretty good.
Yeah, she's really good on videos. But I would love to be surprised by her like I was with Invasion of Privacy, because I mean, yes, she had she had, Bodak Yellow and a few other songs that came out prior to the album. But personally, I was really surprised when I listened to the album. And it's like, damn, like this is a good body of work. You know what I'm saying?
They pumped a lot into it for sure.
They did. So I think she can do it again.
Yeah, I think people are definitely curious to see if she could do it. Like I say, visually, her videos are always great.
Mm-hmm.
I think she looks great, so I think that part works. But it's just like drop a damn album. Like I think the music. She don't really got it. It's like, yeah, when you can be so popular and not rapping, I definitely understand why people are like, yo, I ain't gonna rap. Like, what's the point? Like,
because she got a bag in every other avenue. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And people just like Cardi B. Like I think social media at this point is just at like an all time height in terms of if people like you there, you basically winning.
Yeah.
Like 1,000%. So I get it. I don't know. Cardi B though. Cardi B. I definitely didn't hear she was dropping a new album though.
Who else dropping?
Or dropping new music, I should say.
Not sure.
Nobody else dropping. New Music Fridays. Let's see. New Music Fridays. No. I had to hop on YouTube to see. I be listening to a lot of underground artists anyway.
I look like Burna Boy dropping.
Okay. That could definitely be something.
Possible. Let me see. Oh, Jello dropping on the 27th.
An album or EP?
Album, League of My Own. Might be an EP, I don't know.
They stayed doing it. Yeah. Let's see. Albums.
Did anybody listen to the Pusha T album?
Bro, no, bro.
I just had to ask,
Did you?
I did not. I just asking. I've been seeing a lot of stuff around him.
He dissed Travis Scott, though.
Yeah, he dissed Travis. He dissed Kanye. The usual people he need to diss. So he can, try to make himself feel better about his low album sales.
Now, I'm probably so, because I'm on here looking, just seeing what's coming out. Crazy, bro. There's so many albums coming out. Oh, Keke Palmer got something coming out?
That's kind of crazy. When my boy Drake dropping, man? Him and Gordo. They supposed to be dropping a project this summer.
Bro, Drake is nowhere to be found.
Right. Get it lit.
Bro, what did y'all think about...
Yeah, Keke Palmer definitely dropping an album. Just Keke. Comes out Friday.
Hey, shout out to her. I might listen to it.
What did y'all think about, speaking of Drake, last week Kendrick's concert was in Toronto.
Yep.
There was a Canadian politician who went to the show. Drake tweets, Drake posts on Instagram, posts his DM, calling the man a goof. Yeah. And then the man came out like a few days later with like pretty much an apology letter, like crazy, saying that, hey, I was only at the concert for SZA, I shouldn't have gone. Bro. It's like when I saw that, man, well, we're not Drake. That's weird because, bro, like, no, it's weird, man. And then
you either on my team or you ain't.
Man,
Drake is Canada.
Get that out of here, bro.
You see the type of influence he have. He sent a message to him, called him a goof. Guess what? Now he apologizing on TV.
That's crazy, man. Like
come
that
on now.
Was crazy.
Drake run Canada. I feel like when somebody's of that high stature, like he's probably the most famous person to ever come from Canada.
Yeah.
Like in anything, movies, whatever. He's probably the most famous person. So you got to respect that. I feel like as a Canadian, you should be on his side, regardless if you. First of all, you don't resonate with Kendrick. You're not black. Like, so that's number one.
He
right?
said he was only there for SZA.
But that's what I'm saying. Like all them white people at the show, all of them. It was a crowd of them because that's what Canada is primarily. Like y'all don't resonate with this song. Y'all not even black. You're not like him either. Like he's talking about you. Like. He's talking about you, and literally that's what they not like us. He's talking about all of y'all in the crowd, and y'all jamming to this. It's crazy the way music makes people do things.
Yeah,
I thought that was the most ironic thing when I was watching the video of them, like encore, and I'm looking at this crowd of white people saying they not like us, they not like us. I'm just like, bro, this is just coonery.
Yeah.
Like,
hey, man,
it's just funny.
Not like us is a good song. Bro.
It is, but it's funny because he's like he's talking about you and these people not being like him and black people, and I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah,
I was just cracking up the whole time. But Yeah, I feel like for the people that did go, the Canadians, of course, they like music. It's a show, right? So
Mhm.
you're gonna go if you're a fan of that. But for Drake and people that's close to him, people that don't act like they was close to him, people that was fanned out, I'd have a problem if you representing something different out there in the public too.
Bro, but being at a show, man, it's a
Cam, this dude tried
concert.
to take food out my plate. It's a problem.
Who's trying to the dude that was at just because he went to the
Kendrick,
concert?
Bro,
that's
I'm
taking
talking
food
about
out?
Kendrick Lamar to
Drake's
Drake.
Drake's plate isn't empty by no
I'm
means.
saying though,
plate
but
is
he trying to
full.
take food. You know what I'm saying? It's a problem.
Nah,
It's
man.
a problem.
I
Cam.
think that was very corny of Drake
I don't
to
know.
post that.
He getting
man.
apologies.
Like, and that's corny. It's even cornier of this grown man apologizing. Like, why are you apologizing for going to a concert, bro? Like, man,
He flexing his
Hey,
muscles.
that,
huh?
like,
that
that-
shows you the power right there,
And that's a problem.
That show you
That's
how
a-
big Drake is.
that's a problem for everybody involved because that's crazy. When I saw that, bro, I was like, this man, like, he can't be serious, man. Like, he in real life said that, oh no, I went to the concert for SZA. And then said I should not have gone at all. Like, what?
Drake gotta stop being a bully, bro.
Hey, you talking about backpedaling?
And I'm
talking
like-
about backpedaling.
As I'm sitting here,
hard.
I'm like, bro, so you spent your money or got there however you got there, whether it was free, whatever,
yeah,
and you letting another grown man check you like this?
yeah.
Man, get that out of here, bro. I would have told Drake, go suck some, man, because what are you talking about? Like, man, no.
I feel like you can't do that to the boy. Like,
Yes,
gotta,
you can too.
Gotta do it. You gotta
That
come
was his
correct.
opportunity to stand on business.
He
Because I would
couldn't.
have.
He couldn't.
Yeah, he was standing in the picture Drake posted. So, like, I would have, man, no.
couldn't
Drake
do
be
it.
bullying people.
He
for
do
sure.
be bullying.
I feel like it rightfully so. I feel like when you have the
It's
power,
cool to be a bully.
I feel like in Drake's case for this, somebody that tried to end your career in a sense, even though we knew it wasn't going to end.
Drake is a simp, bro.
It was he
And
is a simp,
He is.
but he owns up to it. And he not ashamed.
Does he?
Yeah.
he is
So-
showing his Canadian side very widely.
Hey, Drake letting you know
He did it with
you
the
cross
lawsuit.
me, it's on site.
And he did it with this. So,
You mean it's on the internet?
But supposedly Kendrick had 2 police cars outside Drake's residence during his time in Toronto.
I mean, do you
Bro,
blame
Kendrick
him?
You got the
denied.
authorities there, watching my boy.
I know they were saying his hotel was locked down, which is,
Well, and he flew to New York every night.
He had to get up out.
That's
do-
lame.
Do you blame him?
Yeah,
You do
Yeah.
blame him.
that's lame.
Not really, man.
I don't know. I just feel like that,
We know
that just don't sit right with me. Ain't nobody about to have me flying to, even though it's close. It's a quick flight, probably 30-minute flight. Ain't nobody about to have me flying nowhere. 'cause
Ideally, but
for the night,
But we have seen how rap beefs can go.
man.
We've
Bro,
seen it.
in the 90s.
Nah,
I mean,
I'm
even-
not. That's scary. Like you, come on. I thought Kendrick was stronger than that.
I mean, peace of mind, bro. Peace of mind.
Peace
Is
of
it?
mind is priceless.
Is it peace of mind? New York, right there. If you could fly to New York, he could fly to New York.
That is
and his
true.
people can fly to
But
New
I
York.
mean,
Drake said when he first started, he used to be in New York all the time trying to push his music. Because it's right there. So
I
just
the
feel like-
fact of the matter is they have access to each other regardless.
exactly.
Of where
I just
they
think
are.
it's weird. I'm like, bro, you flying back to New York. But he does. Don't Kendrick got a residence in New York? So maybe he just wanted to go home to his crib.
He does
So
have
I'm thinking maybe that's it. What it was instead of people thinking, oh, he's scared.
I
Of it.
mean, let's say if he lives in LA and he doesn't goes to his New York home often.
Well, I think he lives in New York.
Oh,
he
okay,
don't
well,
go to LA often. 'cause,
Gotcha.
you
Well,
know,
yeah. If I'm that close to home,
yeah,
why not go
because of
home?
the separation, that Drake exposed. But
But
yeah,
why
I
not?
think
Why not go home?
I would.
Yeah, you pay.
I'm
him
thinking
for it.
that's the reason more so than
Yeah.
he's scared. I'd hope that's the reason. I'd hate to see somebody flying to another place so they can feel safe rather than just spending the night. But you're only here for 2 days. So
Yeah, I think people forgot that.
I think that's kind of crazy. But look like he put on a great show.
Yeah.
Like he put on a great show. Shout out to him.
Yeah, tour's been rolling.
Yeah, no, I mean it's definitely interesting.
Yeah, that's P Boy. So Gemini gang over there, man.
What?
Man.
Anything else you got?
I was gonna bring up Kanye, but I'll hold that. I don't want to talk another hour. I know somebody thrives on Kanye West. So
Right? I ain't say nothing about Kanye. A little bit scenes on the stream. Man.
And you know, Kanye, he popped out in that little white outfit the other day, man. I was like, you know, where he going? But, you know,
Trying to be funny, bro.
he always got to be the star of the show, man. He want to be flashy going into the courthouse.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Shout out Ye, man.
Shout out, yeah.
I do like that Ye went to go support Diddy. See, I feel like people that were in Diddy's corner didn't even do that publicly. I think that's.
I mean, does Kanye showing up? Does it hold any weight?
I think
in
it do.
2025.
It do because Kanye was pretty vocal about how he feel about Diddy in this whole case.
Yep,
But what I mean,
I
though,
respect it.
what I mean by the question though is, does Kanye have enough influence to change public influence? Because ideally, if let's say if 10 of the top celebrities who were constantly around Diddy, if they all came out and supported him, it would sway public interest, right?
It could, yeah.
So does Kanye have?
He doesn't equate to 10 people, but I do think Kanye, if like to P's point earlier with Diddy coming out and trying to make music, I feel like if him and Kanye decided to make some music and he let Diddy do some ad libs and dance on the video, I think that people would look at it.
I don't know, man, because are we as consumers overall, are we still consuming Kanye West music in the way that we used to?
I think if he dropped some, yeah. People listen
so?
to Vultures too. Like it was a good, decent project.
Okay.
I mean, he's still selling out. You know, he dropped merch, it's gone. So
Which is-
somebody buying it.
Somebody.
Even the
somewhere.
Nazi stuff, like people was buying it. So
Crazy.
Hey, man.
people buying swastikas and
buying
all
it.
type of stuff. So I'm
I'm
like,
buying it for sure.
I'm like, all
we
right.
know you are.
Even the white people, I'm like, this is crazy.
Come on,
But yeah,
man.
I ain't gonna lie. I was tempted to buy the sock shoes. A
Yeah,
few
he
months
got-
ago.
he
I
got a
didn't.
pair.
I didn't.
I'm
buy
still
them.
waiting on my other slides.
bro, when did you order those?
It was only $20, bro. You know, you waiting. You know,
It is not coming. my boy.
Shopify tried to set them down, so it's like we can't even. You feel me? But no, it's definitely coming though. But I mean, yeah, we could dig into that next time, man. I do want to give a shout out to man all these people, bro. I was watching. We got like 9 people watching this mug right now on YouTube. Now y'all ain't putting nothing in the comments, so I don't know what y'all like about what y'all see.
Yeah, run up the
But I
comments,
definitely been
man.
watching
Let us know.
I've been watching the bar climb for like the last hour, bro.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah, like,
know what I'm
comment, and
saying?
subscribe. We going live every week. May go live more, but right now we going live once a week. Y'all tap in. If y'all want to share opinions, you can literally call my phone. Next time we will have a link for you to literally click on, tap in, join, and share your opinion too on any of the topics. So shout out to everybody that hopped on here. I'm just on here looking and yeah. Nah, people is definitely tapped. This is actually the most people we had tapped in. This is the second live stream. But yeah, so shout out to everybody that tapped in. We're gonna go ahead and end it today. Anybody got any last words?
I mean, on that note, like, share, comment. You know, if you like what you hear, continue to engage.
Juneteenth coming up tomorrow.
Yeah.
Do your research.
Happy Juneteenth. Do your homework. We in
Yeah.
Texas.
For sure.
So shout out to everybody that put in their work.
To freedom.
Shout out. I
And,
will be in Galveston this weekend. So if you
Yeah.
see me, you know, say what's up.
Yeah.
Turn
So
up.
definitely shout out to everybody. Let me go ahead and end